What is up, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday night, as I've been saying on Facebook, TGIW. Thank God it's Wednesday. So tonight we're going to be talking about how to set your prices. So every market is different, and so prices are going to vary from place to place. Plus, you need to make sure that your services are properly valued for what you offer. And then we're also going to talk about fees. Going to be a lot of fun. So, my name is Nick Glassett, and this is Booze and Biz. So, tonight I am drinking Bud Light, drinking beers while we talk about pricing. But I want to know what you guys are drinking. I want to know what you guys are drinking tonight. I've been drinking beer every week because I have a lot better Thursday when I drink beer instead of hard stuff on a Wednesday. But maybe you're drinking whiskey, beer, tequila. I don't know. Maybe you're drinking absinthe. You exotic little absinthe drinker. I know you're out there on a Wednesday. But anyways, let me know what you guys are drinking. Hit it in the comments. I want to know what you guys drink on these lovely Wednesday nights. Before we jump into the show and talk about the pricing, I wanted to quickly tell you guys about something super freaking cool that I've got to offer for you, and that is 5% off all inflatables from Big and Bright Inflatables. Okay, so how you get that discount is you use promo code I'm boozed. Promo code I'm boozed. All your ordering has to be done over the phone, so just tell Matthew I'm boozed, or Boz, just tell him I'm boozed. Okay, so Big and Bright Inflatables, we have a short history together, but the history that we have made together so far has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed working with Matthew and the gang over at Big and Bright Inflatables. And basically, you've got quality inflatables that are made very well. And then the other thing I really like about the stuff that Matthew puts out is he's one of those guys that likes to push the envelope of design. So he's coming up with new ideas. He's got some super cool stuff. So I actually just dropped an unboxing video I did of a 16-foot dual lane that I got from Big and Bright Inflatables. Go check it out. You can see some of the cool stuff they put on their slides. Okay. Then they also have a charity piece of the entire company. So they donate 3% of every sale to charity. What happens to be my favorite charity, which is Charity Water. Go watch the video on YouTube. We tell you all about it. You see some cool graphics and stuff. But Big and Bright Inflatables, super awesome, located in Texas, Dallas, Texas. So if you're in Texas, you can go drive to pick it up. But anyways, use promo code I'm boozed to get 5% off. It is a limited time deal, so don't wait. It might last 1 week. It might last 2. We haven't decided yet, but get in there and get some freaking deals on some great inflatables. Okay, before we also get into the rest of the show, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor, and that is please consider subscribing to what you're listening to. A lot of prep and a lot of work goes into these shows. I just take so much pleasure in teaching people things, and I love to mentor people, and I get to do that to more people if I have more subscribers. So it would mean the world to me if you guys could please click the subscribe button for your YouTube and your podcast listeners. Okay, so last week we talked about 9 ways to elevate your entrepreneurial game. We did a whole bunch of different cool stuff, right? 9 different topics. We covered a lot there. I think the show went very well, but I want to try to create a little bit of a feedback loop so I can get some information on how the shows go. So if you guys could, whatever, tell me what your favorite one of the 9 was. Tell me what you changed. What impacted you? Just give me some feedback. I want to know what's up. I want to know what you guys are taking out of the shows. Okay, let's push on to tonight's topic, which is how to set your prices. Subtitle: properly valuing yourself to the market. So tonight I kind of want to start with the end in mind, right? So what actually is the proper value you should charge for your services? In my opinion, it's the highest possible dollar amount that you can charge that also causes people to say yes, okay, where you make a healthy profit. So you kind of have three different pieces right there. So let's break that down a little bit. If you own a business and you complain about being slow and people are telling you you're too expensive, guess what that means? You have overvalued yourself. You are not worth what you're charging. If you're happy with how busy you are and people tell you that you're too expensive, then you've probably valued yourself pretty correctly to the market and to what you offer. Okay. Now, if you're like me and you want to dominate everything, you're going to want to probably position your pricing to where you get it's too expensive a lot less often. I don't like hearing that very often. Okay. So then you ask Nick, what do we want? Then everybody to say yes? No, you don't want everybody to say yes. That's because there's plenty of bargain shoppers out there that you should be out of their price range, right? Because you want to offer some sort of premium to your service. There's tire kickers out there that weren't serious anyway, right? So you shouldn't be saying hearing yes every single time. So then what should my conversion rate be? Like how many people should say yes? Okay, good question. Bad news is there's not a right answer, okay? There's only what's right for you and your business. On our salesmanship episode 2 weeks ago, we talked about the two different types of salespeople, okay? The volume seller and the high ticket seller, okay? You need to know what of those two you are. I am well aware that I'm a high volume guy, okay? I can't sit still and I have to chase every opportunity that I get aggressively. And then I actually like literally get like anxiety or a nauseousness if we miss an opportunity to sell. Like if we walk a customer, like I'm physically affected. Okay. The jump off wants more customers no matter what, right? The high ticket guy is the opposite. They get annoyed chasing every opportunity and instead they're trying to drive their average ticket sell up to make more money from their existing customers. Okay. So in an essence, they actually want less customers and those people to cost more money, right? So less work, more money is kind of the thing that they go after. Of course, we're all going to be a blend of those two things. And the more balanced you are of those two things, the more effective you're going to be. So when it comes back to setting your prices, there's one other thing to consider, which is, do you kind of want to be discount or do you want to be premium, right? Very similar to the volume guy or the high ticket guy. But think about it like this. Do you want to be Walmart or do you want to be Whole Foods? Walmart obviously has more stores and sells more things to more people. Whole Foods has less stores, but sells like super expensive products to less people, right? So depending on who you are is kind of where you're going to land on your conversion. So what should your conversion rate actually be? These are rough figures, okay? But if you want to be that premium guy, that super fancy premium guy, your conversion rate is going to be much lower. You're going to price yourself out of a lot of customers. It's probably going to be somewhere in the 30% range, okay? If you're the bargain basement guy, let's say you named your company Discount Bouncers, okay? You're going to be probably shooting for 80%. You're going to want to be getting a lot more conversions because you need to do that volume in order to make the money. Most of us are probably somewhere we're going to fall in the middle of that, right? So pick your kind of position and kind of pick your number or where you're going, and then you're going to price yourself accordingly. Okay, so how do we set our prices? Do we do the complex math of the NBA students? That's the price matrix. I don't remember what it's called. Do we do 10% of the cost of the unit or 10% the acquisition cost of the asset? And then, or do we just do what our competition charges? So here's kind of the formula that I follow when I'm going to decide my pricing. So I basically do comps plus difficulty times ambition. Okay, so let's break down those three little pieces. So what the hell is a comp? So a comp is a real estate agent abbreviation that stands for comparable sales. So what a real estate agent is going to do when they're going to list a house is they're going to go look up 6 other houses, okay, that are very similar to that one that are in the same market, okay? 3 that just sold and 3 that are still listed. And they take those prices and use those 6 prices to get you the price of the house they're going to list, right? It's a perfect little process because if I'm going to sell my house in Louisiana, it needs to match Louisiana pricing. I don't get to have San Diego pricing for my house in Louisiana, right? If you took a helicopter and picked my house up and moved it to San Diego, it probably quadruples in value, but the market is different, right? So let's say you have a service that you offer in Louisiana. That service needs to be Louisiana priced. So let me give you an example. An 18-foot water slide in my market is $300-ish. Okay. An 18-foot water slide in Michigan is every dollar's of $550, and it's probably north of that. But those are the two different markets. Okay. In order to find your pricing, you need to run your comps so you can figure out what the proper market value is. Okay. The way that you do that is create yourself a simple spreadsheet, and then on the column A, okay, down column A, put every service that you offer. And then across the top of row 1, list all the competitors near you that you can, that are legitimate, real competitors, okay? And then go down and put what each of those competitor companies charges for all of your service. I like to then remove my crazy outliers. So maybe I remove my highest and my lowest. If I have a highest that's outrageous, I will. Most of the time, I just remove the low ones that are like egregious. I wouldn't do it for that amount of money no matter what, right? And then on the end of the spreadsheet, you average out all those prices, and boom, there you go. That is your market price, or those are your comps. So at the end of this monologue, I'm actually going to screen share and I will show you mine. I try to update it every 6 weeks or so. That's very, very willy-nilly. Like I just kind of wing that, but I do it a minimum of every quarter, right? So I go through and update those to make sure all the pricing is up to date. Okay. Now let's jump to the next part of the equation. So the equation was comps plus difficulty times ambition. Okay. So our next one is difficulty. So that one's pretty self-explanatory, but some of the things that we offer are just harder than we want to do for market price. So a good example there, I used to loathe doing Christmas lights in bushes. I know it sounds weird because you think, how easy is this? Throw some shit in the bushes and you're done. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. So I priced my shit so high so no one would hire me. And then 3 people did anyways. And I found out, holy God, I'm wrong. Bushes are actually the best upsell in the biz. I absolutely now love doing bushes. So what did I do? I lowered my price on bushes so I could get more bushes, right? So the difficulty to me was high, so my price was high, even though I was way above market. And then as the difficulty came down, my price came down, right? Um, I don't know if David's in here, but I know that David talks about not wanting to rent chairs, right? So David from Aired Up. So he like almost, I think he almost doubles his price on chairs and then literally subs it out. Me, I don't, not only do I not mind chairs, I love chair rentals. I think they're super easy. So I price myself accordingly and then I go actively upsell chair rentals. Like I have that in our sales scripts to go upsell chairs. Okay. So the difficulty, so plus difficulty could take you above comps or could take you below comps for whatever reason. If it's easy and you want to grow that section of the business, you'd be below comps, right? So now for the last piece of the equation, the ambition. So comps plus difficulty times ambition. I think ambition is one of the most important parts of the equation. That's why I have it as times ambition, right? That's why it's multiplied. Me personally, I want to take over the entire fucking world. Okay. I want all the biz. So I actually will go lower on my price and still outwork and still outshine the competition. Here's an example of that. Okay. So me personally, I happen to love dual lane water slides. Please don't tell any of my competitors near me. I hope nobody's listening or watching. Okay. But to me, a double lane water slide is no more difficult than a single lane water slide because 2 guys are there anyway. Okay. So I actually try to price myself a tad lower on dual lane water slides than everybody else. So mine will absolutely dominate. So yes, I'm going to sacrifice $15 per rental, okay, but I'm going to be landing $325 rentals. If I was $340 and one person said no, I've now lost, stick with me here, $325 because that's what I would have been priced at versus the 15 that you think I'm losing on every rental. Okay. So I'm going to be okay sacrificing $15 of top line revenue to gain the market share. I'm going to say that a different way. There's way more than negative $15 worth of value in the opportunity for the jump off to go do a couple things. Number one, to create a repeat customer. We dominate the customer service. So if I price myself a little lower, it gives us opportunities to go create repeat customers. And those are worth way more money than $15 all day long. Okay. The other one is all of the families that are at that party. We do an excellent job with the family that's hosting the party. Somebody else has a birthday coming up and it's going to go ask Miss Susie how it was renting this slide, and they're going to gush about how great we were, and then they'll show them the magnet that we drop off anyway, right? That's worth way more than negative $15 to me. Okay. And then finally, I'm aggressive. I like market share. So that negative $15 is worth it to me to make sure my competitor doesn't get all those opportunities I just talked about. I want those. I want to make sure they don't have those. Okay. I can rest assured that when we go do a job for anyone, it's over. They're our client forever now. That's worth way more than negative $15. Okay. And that's not even mentioning the other outlying factors, such as what's another shot at getting a 5-star review worth to you? Is that worth $15? Okay. Go do a great job, get the review. Now your business is that much more valuable. What's it worth to make sure your guys have more hours? Take care of your boys, make sure they got hours, they'll keep coming back and they're happy campers. That's to me worth negative $15. What's it worth to you to get that magnet, that one more magnet on the fridge? That's valuable. It's worth more than negative $15. Okay. So to me, the volume guy who's obsessed with taking market share, it's all worth way more than $15 because I see those opportunities, not the negative $15. Okay. On the flip side, I know some great entrepreneurs that are the complete opposite of me. They don't want to take over the world. They want to make a massively efficient business. And I have mad respect for those entrepreneurs. Okay. Their thought is less work for more money. Okay. So they'll put the same dual lane. They won't drop it $15. They'll raise it $15 and send it to $355 because they get one less rental, but more money per rental. Okay. My brain sees it as my $325 times 6 rentals is $1,950 because I gained an extra rental. Okay. Versus the $340 times 5, which is $1,700. Okay. Versus the guy that goes up to $355, but he lost 2 rentals. He lost one to me and one to the other guy. Okay. And he's only getting $1,420. I just see top line revenue. That's my volume brain, right? But the lesson here is that there's not a right answer. There's only your ambition. So it is whatever you want to do. Take over the world, cool, shoot for volume and be aggressive. Make a badass, profitable business. Awesome. Raise your prices and drive ticket size. Okay. Now let's jump into fees. So to me, fees are for when something is an extra cost to do the business beyond the reasonable margin. Extra cost to do the business beyond the reasonable margin. Okay. So when I did everything myself at the jump off, okay, I did not charge a delivery fee at all, period. Why? Because it didn't cost me any money. It only cost me my time, right? Now I'm probably going to trigger some people here, but I'm 100% on this camp. I was a brand new entrepreneur that had quit my job. Okay. So the way I viewed it and the way I still view it is at that time, my time wasn't worth shit. It was worth $0. That's because my time didn't pay a mortgage. My time couldn't pay Michelle's Armada bill. Okay. My time didn't buy an Xbox for Boston or a new Squishmallow for Brody. Time also didn't scale the jump off. Time didn't buy me a new truck. Nope. Only money does those things. So if I didn't spend 54 minutes driving the $350 water slide out to Baton Rouge and 54 minutes driving home, and then another 108 minutes round trip taking it to go pick it up, okay, I was going to make $0 instead of 350, period. So my time to me was worthless. The revenue is what mattered because I'm trying to scale the business. All right. Caveat, I also drove a Jeep Cherokee that got like 25 miles to the gallon on the freeway when I was pulling a trailer, and gas was like $2. Okay. So that portion of the business was affordable enough where I could do that with no delivery fee. All right. But the bottom line was I was hungrier, I was more driven, I was more ambitious, and I was not about to turn down business because my ass didn't want to sit in the freaking car for 2 hours. I don't care. I don't care. I was not going back to get another job. I needed to generate revenue. Job makes me barf. That unit, to me at that time, sitting rolled up in my garage, which is where they all sat, was making me $0. I'd rather drive it out there and make 350. Okay. The math on that one was just easy. 350 is larger than $0. Okay. And that will continue to be the case if you have a high delivery fee, because 250 is way more than $0 because they said no because your delivery fee was $75. Okay. If you are not paying anyone and you're not moving a decent amount of your inventory weekly, you do not need a distance fee. You do not need a distance fee. So when do you need a distance fee? As the jump off got busier, the distance fee starts to make sense for a few reasons. Okay. When the unit that will rent an hour away will now rent closer to me, it makes sense to add a delivery fee to the person an hour away to discourage that rental or make it worth the drive because my next door neighbor wants it. Okay. In short, as you get busier, your delivery range will shrink. Okay. In the early days, you need every rental. So don't be afraid to drive to the next county over for $250. If I asked you to drive there and back for $250, you would be like, yeah, no brainer. All of a sudden, I tell you that you got to set up a combo and everybody gets all freaking hoity toity. Don't understand it. Okay. Once you don't need that rental because you have a close one, boom, you put in the delivery fee, right? So do it wisely. If you're doing all the work, do it wisely. The delivery fee should still be kind of low because you're trying to get some rentals, right? You want to get more volume. Okay. The other reason you put a delivery fee in is because you've gotten so busy that you can't actually get there. Okay. You need to shrink your area for logistic reasons. Okay. Please note at that time, you should also promote a driver. I say promote because you can hire one very easily. Trust me. So have someone you've already been working with that you can promote. Okay. Number 3 reason you put in a delivery fee, you have labor costs now. You promoted that driver. Okay. So all of a sudden, you can't make up for the money. You can't make up for that delivery fee with your personal time because you have to pay someone to be on the road. Plus, insane commercial truck insurance costs. You have to make sure you stay profitable. Like you just have to. As soon as you have labor, you have to have a delivery charge for those far away ones. All right. And then the number 4 reason you would have a delivery fee is because gas prices soar up. Okay, that's rare. It's happened recently, but it is rare. And we do have to account for that when we drive as much as we do, especially driving, at least generally speaking, V8 trucks, some big V8s, diesel, like, we're paying a good amount in gas. So be thoughtful with the gas as well. So for reference of all of that, as it currently sits today, the jump off is $4.50 a mile delivery fee after a free 13 miles. Okay. And that's not a circle. Okay. It's tracked by driving distance. So it's the actual driving distance of 13 miles. Okay. The area that we service is kind of just spread out. So 13 miles encompasses all of the regular area that we deliver to on a regular basis is all free. And that's how I want it. Okay. Take that or leave that. The other thing to mention there, the market price on delivery fee is almost zero. Like I'm the only person that has one, right? But the bottom line is this: you started your business to grow it into something special. So please take the actions that align with that growth or your vision of that growth. Yes, there's all sorts of fancy people on the Facebook groups bragging about all the fees they tack on and how high they drive their average ticket. Good for them. Choose to listen wisely, but make the moves that make sense for you. Okay. I'm a volume guy. I want infinity full trailers every Saturday morning. And if my average ticket is 100% lower than the freaking bragging guy with all the bullshit fees, I'm totally okay with that because my volume will crush theirs. Hard work turns me on. Why do you think I have so many irons in the fire, so many projects going on, so many companies that I lead? Okay. I want the volume and I want the opportunities. I want the market share and I want the business. But the bottom line comes down to be sure that you are thoughtful about the fees that you're going to tack on to your customers because it's going to create a certain optics for your business, and just be aware of those optics and be comfortable with those. So there we go. There is how to properly set your prices and make sure that you match the market accordingly, and a lovely rant on fees. You could tell I am not a huge fan of fees. I'm not a huge fan of fees. The fees that I have now currently, I have the delivery fee, already said 13-mile free, then $4.50 after that. I have a park fee. My park fee fluctuates based on the time of year. So when it's slower, my park fee's lower because I want more rentals. I want a lower barrier of entry for parks. Yes, they're a pain in the ass. Yes, I'm well aware. Yes, blah, 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 blah. I didn't start a business to do easy shit. Okay. I started a business to do hard shit. I like hard shit. So I'm going to do parks. Okay. As we get busier, the park rentals get more cumbersome on us because we have more rentals to do. We can be less flexible. So that fee goes up because that's what it costs to kind of do business for us. Like there's times where the guys I got two guys, I got a truck making $30 an hour sitting at the gate for 15 minutes. Like it happens, you know what I mean? So that fee fluctuates based on how busy we are. That's it. That's all my fees. Now you got no credit card fee. I got no sandbag fee. I got no delivery fee to my next door neighbor. What are the other fees? Can't remember the other fees. But I'm not a fee guy. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. The reason is I want less friction. I want less friction in between me and my clients. All right, that was a pretty good little rant. What are you guys thinking? Everybody loves fees. Brandon loves fees. Al loves fees. You're not talking me into fees. You're not doing it. All right. What do you guys got? What do you guys got on fees? What do you guys got on pricing yourselves? What do you guys think? Kevin's drinking hot chocolate tonight. I respect that, Kevin.
What up? What up, brother?
Yo.
What's going on? Personally, I'm I don't know. I personally I price myself super high, but I like to always have enough room up there so I can give a discount too. Because I feel like that's just the carny in me. When I'm on the phone, it's like, here's the price right here, but you know what? Giving you a deal. And it just works all the time. Like I always build in I build up fees, but then I also build like each one of those fees can easily just be knocked down because I'm always gonna I would say about half the time I'm giving a $50 discount. And it's always like cool mom discount, cool dad discount, freaking just like, hey, if you buy a tent, if you get this inflatable, hey, I'll do $50 off. Like I don't even care if it's a $200 one. I'll give you $50 off. By the way, we're giving it to you for an extra day. I think like the damage waiver, having that automatically ticked. I don't know. I might play with turning it off. I like having it on for the automatic sales. I get a lot of good like sales off of it. On the phone though, I don't like to. It actually messes with my verbal flow most of the time, unless people ask for it. I don't actually upsell that. But if I was going to delegate it, I think I would actually have them try and delegate it more. Me personally, it just messes with my flow. And then
I have things. I
like the
do
damage
things that I
waiver.
don't like to do that I wouldn't. Yeah, like I feel uncomfortable, but since I have a proxy now, and she's like, you do it, and she likes to follow the rules, so she just does it. It works out great.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what's cool about being a boss. I liked how doing that. That's a move that I would definitely make.
Love it.
I also think for pricing too, like with delivery, I charge for delivery no matter what. I charge like at least $20 if I gotta leave the warehouse. Since for I mean, just in case you have to come back for that extra delivery, and it all stacks on the end of the day. I also believe in the pricing, like your pricing, unless you have multiple different websites and you're not like you're different, like larger events incur a larger amount of fees. Like you gotta like if I have to leave an effect like my bounce house at your school for 3 days and stuff like that, like you had like I'm not giving you the discount. You're gonna be using it for 3 days.
Yeah,
Especially like it's like I'm giving you the my price is built in. My plus I actually I have a higher additional day like initial day price, and then my additional like my initial day is super high, but then my additional days are really cheap. It's $50 for an overnight, $100 for an additional day. Super simple. People do it all the time. I don't think you don't need to really be making more money than that on any of these freaking things, in my opinion. And they go out and they start to sit a little bit longer for an extra couple days sometimes, which you want them to. And sometimes people like me, I'm most of the time I'm trying to leave it for an extra day anyways.
yeah. I'm
Like,
of that same thinking too, where I've got the $100 extra day because I'm just like, dude, that's $100 at the bank, and the percent of the time that a unit flips is very low, like because Sunday's a slower day, way slower day generally speaking than Saturday. So like if I can get $100 for a unit that's already there,
yep,
oh yeah, I'm all for that.
exactly. And I like to like I don't think you touched on packages at all, but that you already I'll go on a rant on freaking packages again. Like on reality, like I built my whole business around packages, like building it at certain prices so that I could add them together. And I discount to certain numbers for my packages, so it just moves cleaner. I round everything to like the nearest 25. And so that when prices, it also allows me to like change my prices less. So when I do a big jump, yeah, I might lose a little money for here. Like right now, I might break even for longer, but I try to keep those prices. It also allows room because it's built higher for people to haggle because it's at those little bit of custom prices. And I like to haggle because I like I said, I always got $50 to spare, and then like $50 is a good number. But yeah, seriously,
But
packages. If you could have like Amazon, one button, buy it all. Here's everything together.
yeah, I've got yeah, because you inspired me. I've got packages coming. I don't know. I broke it
Have
on
they been going out?
it's taken freaking forever. Yeah, they've already gone. I've already had 2 go out and they're broken. They don't even fucking work on the website. I'll show you how I have mine set. But yeah, the packages are badass because it's you just put in there whatever you are cool with sending, and it's not that you build them to where it's gonna be easy for you, right? Oh, where did my shit go? There we go.
As far as pricing goes, take the number, add them all up, and just round it to the nearest 25, and there's your package. And you're actually saving money booking this whole thing together. Oh, but here, you ready? This is what you gotta remember. What's that package say? You got. Can I get round tables? Can I get round tables, or can I get black chairs? You got like any of that stuff? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
look,
I
but
have,
yeah, the answer would be no because I would have put
you know,
round table. Well, unless round tables are just as easy as square tables, then I wouldn't give a shit.
no. What I'm saying is, do you have round tables or no?
No, I don't.
Yeah, well, I have round tables, I have all that stuff. I'm like, listen, that's not a package then. Yeah, I can book everything a la carte. It's gonna be like an extra $20, but maybe you don't need the extra tables, blah blah blah. They haven't, huh? Well, you know what? You sound like a cool mom. I'll give you $50. Here's $50 off. You're getting a package no matter what. I'll make you a package.
Yep, that's what. Yeah, so mine are priced at the price of the slide, plus the pop up, plus 2 tables, plus 12 chairs, minus 12 chairs, then rounded to, which is $24. So you take $24 out and then round it to the number that makes sense, right? So this one was like,
You give them 12 chairs and you round it.
yeah.
That's aggressive.
No, not round it, but like I just take 20. So this one ended up like $421. So then I just boom, make it $1 less, so it's not a random number. And then this one
But
was,
that's minus the 12 chairs, though, right? You're saying?
yeah, so it was
Out of
minus
the total
12
number?
chairs. It's like minus 12 chairs and then minus $2. So it's like $26.
Yeah, dude. I would bump it up. So like it's only like minus, like they save on 2 chairs. I bet you'd get away with it.
$4. The chairs went
Yeah,
$2.
like only a couple dollars. That's all you're saving because you're buying everything together. Like I personally, I think the most somebody saves is anywhere between 16 and like $35 in any of my packages.
Yeah, I just barely got mine up, and they just freaking started working. So now I'm going to go in there and do combos and everything else.
Yeah.
Kind of see how they go. But I'm
So me personally, BCN sucks, dude. So you got the okay. First of all, BCN doesn't suck. BCN's cool. It just doesn't let one function where I want it to happen and work because of the way I organize things. But what I think, like, basically, it doesn't allow me, like, it's a weird thing with the chairs, and how they organize the chairs. Basically, if I was able to not have to deal with that, then I can have people be able to, like, okay, you have 12 chairs, then you have 12 like you can have your 16 chairs, your 2 tables, and instead of, like, ERS allows you to do this and IO allows you to do this, where you can actually make it really intricate, where it's like, okay, now it's like if you want to choose between the two, it'll automatically change the price of the package for an upsell in it. Like you can go that intricate where it's like it allows you to do that, Nick, if you had those different color chairs. And on top of that, if you had a whole bunch of items at the same price, now instead of like on my website, I have a shit ton of different packages for every fucking item for you to do that one click button thing. Whereas you could do it on your website where you had combos and because if they're all priced the same, like then suddenly you can literally have them all on the same package and they can choose which combo they want.
Yep.
And what's available. So now you're clicking less buttons on the website, and then this package stuff would work even better. I just don't do that because I'm using BCN. They're building that capability into their system. It'll probably be up and running within the end of this year, probably launching for IAPA. But this is what I'm trying to help.
Chad Burkholder has it where it does that, where it's like you click, I don't remember exactly what it looks like, but you like click combo packages and then go in, it lists all the ones you want. You go, I want that one. And then boom, it builds it out for you. It's super cool.
Yep. Exactly. Right. And you can do that. And that only works though, Nick, is like really like it could work. It works. It can work both ways, but it works more fluid when the prices for all your combos are the same price and all of your obstacles are the same price. It starts to get weird when it's like, okay, like this one's going to be a little bit more because it's like different or stuff like that. Like if you have those different items, then yes, you can do it, but it's like, it's kind of, it's weird. But I just wanted to make sure that was part of the nuance in it, but I'll let you go because I'll ramble forever.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the matrix that I was promising that I would show you guys. And so basically what I do, this company I found out actually changed their name. It's a whole different company now. These prices were so low. These are all the ones that I took out because these are like the crazy outliers. But I got to go put in the new company. I didn't have time to do it today. And then some of my prices have actually gone up since I last did this as well. But I go through and then I notate all of these, right? And so these dashes, like nobody has this. Nobody has this. This they do. Okay. But then I go through and just notate all their prices. And then over here just averages the line. I don't know why my little formulas aren't popping up, but it just averages the line. And so then I can see what the average price is. And then I can hold on, baby. And then I can put in what I charge for all of my stuff and just make sure that I'm priced adequately. There's a caveat to not him. Fred's over one county from me, and we kind of like overlap a little bit, like a Venn diagram, but not like direct on top of each other competitors. The rest of these people are in my exact area, but they all do all weekend rentals. So they're Friday to Sunday on all of their rentals. I am hourly, right? So you guys see this and you're like, holy shit, I thought you'd be the most expensive. I am, because I'm only 6 hours. We leave everything overnight as much as we can, but this is super easy to build. It takes like maybe 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to fill out, and I just go update it every so often, just kind of check on how the market's doing. Are you good? My little girl's in here. She has wandered into the show. Let's see, over in the comments. Oh, I need to go check Facebook too, but people be loving on fees. I just I don't know. I just don't feel good charging fees. Like what's the point of charging the fee? So when when gas prices went up and people were going crazy with their, I did send my delivery fee a little higher, and I did shrink my delivery area a little bit, but I just raised the base price of everything. Like I'd rather just raise the base price of everything than tack on more fees. I don't know. It just makes me feel.
So you don't like to charge?
Hmm?
Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I'm on my phone. I didn't see the mic moving. So you don't like to charge surface fees? Because we started doing that mainly because it's a lot of work bringing all those sandbags, especially for the bigger units.
It is. But no, it doesn't mess with my freaking. It doesn't mess with my margin. Like it doesn't cost me more money. Like so, I don't charge.
It costs a little bit more money. I honestly added surface fees into my website, and I manually remove them all the time because if people book them online, sometimes it adds them in there. I'm actually going to try and take them off. It's on my list of things to do, but I'm actually removing surface fees. But here's a couple things that we didn't talk about, Nick. You ready?
Yep.
Park fees, elevator fees, and stair fees. Now, those things are the type of things that like are out of the normal. That like we were taught. Like remember you were saying like out of the normal things. Like those in my book, those are like okay. If I'm getting in an elevator, if I'm going upstairs, or if I'm going to a park, like I'm getting an extra incurrence and fees. I charge $200 to go to a park, and then some people tell me that I just realized that there's a whole bunch of people that include the generator in that price, and it's like, no, my generator is $150, and I'm charging like $100 to $150 to show up to a park, like for sure. And then like an elevator, it's most of those fees are only like $100 for all of those elevator fees, stair fees, and park fees are $100, but I get $150 for the generator, so I'm making like $250 at a park. But I have fees for only those, but I think those are my only fees.
Yeah, that's all I have is the mileage and the park fee. That's it.
You have the what fee?
Yeah, and the park. I have a park fee. And
you don't do stairs or elevator fees or anything like that.
We don't have stairs here because it's so fucking flat. There's no stairs. And then elevator. I've never had. I don't think I've ever had an elevator rental.
I've never even considered even having those as fees.
Man, I was on the freaking elevator. I've probably been in an elevator at least 8 or 9 times on rentals this year already.
That's crazy. Yeah. We don't have stairs here because it's so flat. I guess you could do like what tables and chairs are in a raised, right? Because we have raised buildings here because of flooding, hurricanes, etc. Maybe, I don't know. Here, there was a good question from Joel S. So do you adjust price based on each unit's popularity, i.e., popular rentals will start to cost more and units not going out as much start to come down in price? Hell yes. So the way I look at that is if I price a unit and it never rents, that means I priced it above what the market, right? The customers are the market. So if it's not renting, the customers have said that's too high. So then I come down versus if I have a rental that's going out a whole bunch and I then go, okay, the market has said that $325 is a good deal. I'm going to go to 335 or I'm going to go to 340 and see what happens. So you adjust based on what the market tells you. Yes. I only have crackers. You want crackers? I don't have cheese. There you go.
Amazing Amusement says they do casino parties in the winter a lot, and they deal with a lot of elevators. Like, yeah, there's just I deal with like that's some most of them are table and chair gigs, but I did have 2 bounce houses on a second floor. I just did a game gig on like a second floor.
Yeah, if it's
I'm in a
happening
city.
often, like I'm not gonna put one in because like it's literally never happened in 4 years.
You're
So,
not in a city though, are you? You're not in
yeah,
a city, really, right?
we
Yeah.
don't have
Like
big
I'm
shit. Yeah, we don't have tall buildings and shit here. Like
exactly.
corporate
Like
event, it's
I'm
usually in the
I'm
parking
in
lot.
I'm in the Queen City. I'm in like the second biggest city in New York. So it's like,
Yeah. And then yeah, Joel asked also, he's new to the game, so can someone quickly highlight what a park fee is? So basically that is if you're gonna go do rental in somebody's backyard, you just go up to the house and put it in their backyard, right? If you're gonna do a corporate rental, you just show up to wherever the corporate rental is and you set up the corporate rental. Some people do have like a corporate fee or whatever because there's more kids on it. I obviously don't, right? Already highlighted that. If you're gonna go do a park, okay, the whole entire game changes because you almost always have to have an additional insured certificate, right? So you have to have them listed as additional insured on your liability insurance. Depending on who you use for insurance, that can be a little bit of a pain. I use First Commercial with Tony. It's one email that thing's back to me in 10 minutes. It's literally super simple. Okay.
I had a college today. They sent me an email looking for a cert, and I caught it real quick as it came in, and I just grabbed their information, sent it, and I got it back to them in less than 20 minutes. And they're just like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "That it was like the head of the like it said right on the email, head of the event organization, like event and stuff like that." And I was like, I started emailing her. She's like, "Okay, this is never that easy." I was like, "Oh, do you want to check out my website, see everything we have? Like, we have everything just in case." And it's like we try to make it easy. All the pricing and pictures and all that's online. Like, I smooth it up just from doing that though. Like, it's such a good move.
Yeah, I love it. So yeah, when I have we had a church and we had to jump through hoops for this church to get I don't remember, it had to be additional insured and then had to get a waiver of subrogation, and then there had to be one for the archdiocese something, and then one for the actual church. It's a whole fucking thing. At the time I had COSIO, so like it was jumping through hoops. Finally got it. She's like, "I'm sorry, we could just cancel." I'm like, "Girl, we are not canceling. We have come this far. We will succeed." We got it like the morning of the event. Everything went well. And like the lady loved me. And then that was last summer. I think she booked 3 total events. 2 of them had 2 units at it. And then the other like churches within the thing, I don't know. I don't go to church. I don't remember how it all works. But one of the other churches could then book with us because one of those waivers of subrogation and additional insurance apply to the whole thing. So we got a ton of business from that. Like I'm all for that. Hell yes. Yeah. So anyway, park fee. I don't think I'm finished park fee. So you're going to go to a park. You got to get the waiver, okay, which can be easy or hard. Then you've got to deal with, and this depends on the park, right? So if we go to the city of Slidell, there's nobody there. We just go set up, okay? They want 1 certificate every year, and then we're good to go. Super easy to do parks in Slidell, okay? The other park near us, there's a state park near us called Fontainebleau. You have to wait at the gate, okay? Because everybody has to pay to get in the park, okay? We don't have to pay to get in the park. We tell them who we are. Then they ask for the certificate. You got to have a paper one, or you got to email them one. I always email them one, and the fucking dingbat at the thing never can pull up the email. Last time they literally made Trevor park the truck and go inside the little hut. It's a whole nightmare, right? Then you go drop off the unit. Okay. Everything's all good. Okay. We can use their power at Fountain State Park. So we just plug in a little pavilion. Everything's good to go. However, you have to go get that unit that night. You're not allowed to leave it overnight for free, which is more convenient for you. You're not. You got to go get it that night. So you got to send another truck back out specifically to go pick that up. Okay, costs more in labor. So that's why you charge a park fee, because of all those headaches. The park fee, if all the parks were like Slidell, I wouldn't have one because it doesn't matter. I send them one certificate. They literally reference us on their website as the preferred user, and you just show up to the park, and they require a generator. We're not allowed to plug into the wall, right? So they require a generator. So I'm already getting an $85 upsell minus the cost of gas for a generator. So if every park was like the city of Slidell, I wouldn't have a park fee because it's super easy. But because we have to deal with stupid Fountain Blue, we have a park fee.
There's another caveat to that too. You can't even just pick that shit up at night sometimes. Sometimes you gotta pick it right after the party if it's so public in a park like mine. Like I'm in the city, and then especially if you have games and shit there, someone will just snag that because they'll just leave. And then the security at the park's not watching that. So you gotta be there at a specific time usually for park fees. Like I try to be there right there. I'm calling them too. Like, listen, let me know when you're done. You say you're gonna be done at 5, but most people just still bounce at 4.
Yeah, same.
You think you can show there at 5:30, but now it was just shit was sitting there for an hour and a half. Maybe left the bounce house just blown up, and then kids are from the park are playing on it.
Yes, that happened. That happened 2 weeks ago. The lady text. It was a Sunday. I was at a movie with my family, and my phone goes off. I look at it. She said, "We're done early. We left. You can come pick it up." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And so I step out and I text her. I'm like, "Hey, did you turn it off right like you were supposed to?" Literally got ghosted. And then so I text Trevor. I'm like, "You can go now. You can go now. Go 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 go." And then he gets there, and the thing is blown up at the middle of a park, and has been blown up for I don't know, probably 45 minutes. I'm totally guessing, but something like that. And I'm like, that's terrible. Like you're supposed to unplug it. Do I charge a didn't unplug a fee? No, I don't charge didn't unplug a fee.
And even that small instant, they might not rent from you because they did you dirty, and just asking them cause that small like I don't know. I try to make it very I don't know, very touch free, customer friendly, stuff like that. Like I don't even want to mention the fees and stuff like that. I had for example, I had two missing Luigi's from a game, from a Super World game. I knew it was gonna happen too. And then freaking the movie and all that shit. And then a freaking one Ninja Star, and it went missing. And then I was like, I gotta ask for it because maybe they found it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then they're trying to pay me and all that. I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna charge you for it right now. But the next time, if it happens again, I'll charge you because they're adamant trying to give me the money. I'm like, listen, I don't want to be the person to charge you fees or anything like that. I'm not too worried about it. There's only a couple things. Just I try to real customer service friendly. Same thing. Don't show up. Like I said it earlier in the podcast. Don't show up for a tent rental the next day before fucking noon. Just don't do it. Even my pickups. I always do my overnights. I don't show up until at least noon, 11 o'clock. I say noon, but at 11 o'clock, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll call them early, hey, we're running a little early or something. I said 12, but even playing on it, or it's raining or something like that. So they don't give a fuck. I don't even care to do it. Stuff like you know what I'm saying. But the magic rules around noon, because you make people feel dirty just from walking in their yard because it wasn't cleaned up, or not being prepared or something like that. You know what I mean? Pulling out their jacket and stuff like that. Even pulling out their stuff. This is a funny one. This is my opinion. This is all of my opinion. Pulling out their jackets and their toys and then placing it nice and neat near their door. Fuck that. I throw it in the yard like it was left there. You know what I mean? Already from the party, kind of in a pile, because I rather them think that their kids just left it there. And you know what I mean? that, you know what I mean, or they really won't think twice about it than to think that they're dirty and we brought their shit to them.
That's funny. I did the opposite. we did a pickup. It was my new guy Blaine. It's his first day, and we were flipping a unit, little dry combo, dual lane dry combo from Tent Table. We're flipping it, and we get there, and it's like 7:15 in the morning. It might have been 8, but the thing is still blowing up. I'm like, ain't no way this people like it was a party. It was in the nicest neighborhood around here, like Saints players. But a Saints player actually lives across the street. We do his Christmas lights. So it's a very, very nice neighborhood and brand new house. And I'm like, they left out on all night. This place was a party. And so I'm like, Blaine, when you find the other Croc that's a size 3, it's not in the bounce house. I can't find the other size 3. You let me know. It was like under the tarp. And then I set all 3 pairs of Crocs. There was like a little kid one, a medium kid one, and then like the dad one. I set them all up nicely right by the little walkway. I love that shit though.
I tend to pick up everything that I see and neatly put it.
Amazing Amusement says, do you charge for the additional insurance for the park? We have $100 fee for insurance.
Can't do that.
Our insurance company charges us $75.
You need a new insurance company.
Yes, you do. No, mine's free. I emailed Teresa, and that thing is right back.
You need a new insurance company that's not normal for this industry. And then if you you cannot charge them that fee for specifically that, but you can charge. What people do is if in those situations they'll charge them an event fee or a park fee. You add that $75 into those fees, if they're required. But yeah, I would definitely not be eating that $75 cost. And drop your insurance company because no.
Yeah,
It sounds like it's like a local insurance company.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Well, a lot of insurance company now are going to a blanket policy. You don't even know it's in there. You're paying a set fee for additional insurance as a blanket, and you can put as many as you want on your policy. It's written in there. You don't even know it's in there. So there's a lot of companies that are doing that now. It's not just local little companies. I think even Friedman, that's who I got. I think they even do that now. I know Tony used to do it. I don't know if he still does it. You could ask him. But you should look into your insurance because a lot of insurance companies just, one of them things written on the line there. This is in big writing or whatever writing you don't understand. And what it basically is a blanket coverage for additional insurance. So, but charging people for that, if you're not getting charged for it, don't charge them. If you're getting charged for it, charge them. I charge them. I mean, if you got to pay, that's just coming out of your pocket. So I think it says here you get charged $75. I think is what it is. So you're doing a bounce house rental in a park for $125, and you got to pay $75 out of it. Sounds to me like you're making what, $100, maybe even less after taxes. I mean, you're not even $100. You're making probably $63 after taxes, depending on where you live. So yeah, definitely charge them. If you got to pay for it, charge. But if you can look for a different insurance company and try to get one with a blanket policy, I mean, I can get unlimited on additional insurance on mine. I think I got like 15 right now, and that's just city entities, But I agree with that part. If you got charged, I would charge.
Yeah, I agree with that. Totally. Crystal Skinner, you have your hand raised. Did you have something you wanted to ask or add to the conversation? You're muted. You're still muted. You're muted. Unmute.
Get on mute.
We believe in you.
There's like the bottom button on the bottom. You gotta like have the thing pop up a little bit, and then you can hit the unmute button. It's right next to the camera button.
Okay, there. You guys got me?
Got you.
Yep, you're good.
You can tell I'm 45 years old. Hey, so Nick, I messaged you earlier. Hey, Robin, Sorry, you guys, you know, I'm a single mom. Can you watch Sedona? She's in the bathtub. Okay, so completely new to the business. She's been washed. She's good to go. Sorry, this is Robin here that's helping me out. When you were talking about fees in your area, obviously common sense. You know, I've done my research when it comes down to fees. Now, I'm not a big person here, like interior design and staging. That's what I did out west for 20 years and retired at 40, you know, got a couple of DUIs and lost everything. So I moved back here, went through fertility by myself, had my daughter, and now 3.5 years later, you know, I'm ready to work and I want to go into bounce houses just because the parties that I've seen, my friends haven't been like thrilled. Besides Backyard Adventures, which my friend Chris is actually a mentor of mine. He's helped me out tremendously. When it comes down to pricing, a lot of units, it looks like goes for $299 around here, from $299 to $399. Me being new, of course, I'm going to be advertising signs. I'm hitting every location you can think of because I know a lot of people being a member of Chamber of Commerce for several cities around here. So that's a big plus. When it comes down to pricing, the units that I have bought, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but it's Jump Orange, tent, and table. They're supposed to be good.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. So
I have many from both.
Do you? Okay. Because that's all I bought. My boy Nick down the street, he strictly deals with pretty much tent and table, and they've been great. Jump Orange also. Now Jump Orange has their sisters of BOGO and another one, and I've bought from them too, hoping that their quality is just as good. When it comes down to those sister brands, do you think that they're the same?
I don't know.
Their Pogo is Tent and Tables brand, and then the other one is Jump Orange's Walmart brand. And they're made for people's backyards and not for rental use.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm using them for, because they're the ones that I've bought are for, they say commercial and 800 pounds. And I've already sunk about 7,000 so far into these bounce houses. And I don't have the money like I used to have in my 20s and 30s. So I'm starting over. Just to get me through this season, you know, I don't have help. I don't have mommy, daddy, nobody. It's straight up me and my 3.5-year-old. What would you guys recommend? I mean, still going to rent these units out. Obviously, I have to start somewhere. I'm eager. I'm excited to get out there.
I would never give anybody the recommendation to rent any unit that is not for commercial use. You seeing Pogo units?
Yeah. We need to back up and figure out what you got.
All of the ones that have said, I've talked to Tent and Table and Jump Orange.
I'm a little confused here.
Every one that I've bought from them.
Did you buy Tent and Table, the Duralite tent and table?
Yeah, Duralite. Okay. Yep.
All right. Okay, so those are commercial, but it's a light commercial type inflatable. Yep. It's a completely different fabric. It's a completely different mesh made fabric on those Duralites. I don't like the Duralites. They're too flimsy to me.
Yeah.
Seen them at the show quite often. And I just didn't feel comfortable buying them to rent them. I think they'd be okay if you could monitor maybe 3 kids at a time in there. Well, that's not going to ever happen.
Exactly.
The slides are very weak. You get a big person on their slides, and even me, I'm only 185 pounds, but I got on one of the Duralite combo slides at the IAPA show, and it sunk down. I sunk right down what the hell happened to everybody? Where'd everybody go?
Oh no, am I still on here? I see you.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. So I can show everybody what we're talking
Well,
about.
Nick's screwing with us. Nick's drinking beer. He's screwing with us.
I see a lot of them being like I'm 155 pounds. I'm all muscle. However, I have a bad back now, 45, and I just had foot surgery. So the ones that I'm buying, I'm hoping will get me through a season, 2 seasons.
Okay, so let me jump forward on
The second one right there. I just bought that one.
This one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I thought these were called rental light units.
Because they weigh less, and with it just being me and Pastor Robin, she's 61, she's going to be helping me out.
Well, I'm thinking those are the ones that are probably made.
Those are different than
vinyl.
those ones you can rent out. I thought you were talking about when you said Pogo, and you're like, yeah, I'm like, Pogo's a different company.
So let's go to the Jump
it?
Orange products there. You said you bought some Jump Orange products from where? Where did you order them from?
My stuff is Jump Orange, and I got it from eBay, but made by Jump Orange because I've talked to their agents about their products. So, like, see that second one right there? Like, I just bought that one. The ones that I'm buying are under $2,000. And some of them are marked, $2,800, and they're coming back with 24. And then, I'm telling them my situation, and Jump Orange has really worked with me. Is the one that you have pulled up right now. I want wet and dry. All of my units I'm buying are wet and dry. And I think most of them hold 800 pounds.
Yeah, this is a if you have this, you're fine. That's a regular bounce house.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but it's a 10 by 10, so it's small. She's lucky to get 5 kids in there.
Very small. 10 by 10 is very small.
And I'm putting the dimensions on the website. So, but so just for this season to get me through, hopefully I can rent out. The 2 that I'm going to buy will be, the last 2 I bought were 2,000 and 2,000. They were normally like 2,600. So they brought them down to 2,000 for me.
They're all bounce houses, right?
Yeah. And I'm pretty excited about them. Chris from down the street actually came to see one of the water slides, and that's made by Jump Orange, and he's never dealt with them. And he said, you know what? It seems pretty good. You guys, I bought for $1,000. It was normally 1,800. So that one was the cheapest one that I bought.
Jump Orange is great. I'm trying to remember how many I have. I think I have 9 units from Jump Orange.
That one bouncer, I'm on Amazon right now. I'm looking at the Pogo. Pogo is not Jump Orange.
So are they 10 and table? Because they're sisters. It's either 10 and table and Pogo.
So just because they're a sister company, most of the time they have those separate companies to go towards like smaller markets and like actual in this case, all those companies are mainly targeting like actual homes and the companies people you rent to, but they like with a little bit more money who just want to buy one of these and stick in their garage. That's their main thing. The rental light units are different, but Pogo, like that's their main bread and butter is like throw it at Walmart, like all those stuff. Same thing with Jump Orange. They keep the same name, but some of their stuff is like Walmart stuff, but it's still under Jump Orange.
Yeah, I don't shop. I don't even shop at Walmart.
So let me
I'm saying you can buy it on their website, but also you can buy it at Walmart.
Jump Orange did used to produce the lighter grade Walmart and Sam's type inflatables along with the commercial line. I do not believe they still do that line anymore. I'm going to double check on that right now. I'm going to contact the owner, but I think you're kind of wrong on that one. What you were saying there. they used to do that, but I'm still looking at Pogo here. I see Jump Orange name nowhere.
That
on
one
this floor tent
octopus
table.
one is sold on eBay and Walmart.
Okay, so,
Yeah. Well, that's because everyone, I mean, the business that I had with design and stuff, like I dealt with tons of places, not like Walmart, but that's
Well, not
That's
just eBay, it's also on Amazon.
they're sending stuff to Amazon, Walmart, anyone that will take the stuff that's going to sell it. You know, it's just third party. That third one that you see right there, that's the next one that I'm buying. And you see the price? It's $39.66. There's other sites that it's actually almost $6,000.
Don't buy that. Don't buy that. Don't buy that. Don't buy that. Don't buy this.
Don't.
No. We can help you spend $3,700 much more intelligently than whatever the hell this thing is.
5% off on Big and Bright
there
inflatables,
it is.
code booze or something. What is it?
Pogo. It's Pogo.
Hey, Chris, I know you're on here. You heard that, but we can't buy one because he was looking at this one. He was like, man, this style's kind of cool. But Chris like buys the ones that are like 5,000 that I just can't afford yet. You know, this is my first year. I'm excited. I'm eager. I know my ass is going to get kicked because of my back, but you know, I'll just see a chiropractor a few times a week. And
Yeah, good dolly.
This is the dolly that I bought. Do you guys, the first water slide, if you go up, that one all the way to the left, is that a good water slide?
Yes.
It's a combo. Yeah, it's a bounce house. It's a combo.
Yeah.
Which man had a little bit. Oh, here we go.
You know what? I want to take a snap picture of that one. And I have not been on Pogo. I've been on Jump On. And obviously I have been on 10 and Table, and I've been on their sisters because 10 and Table, I forget. 10 and Table has a sister of one, and then it's kind of like Toyota or Honda and Acura. Or is it not?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
So this is the dolly that I bought. I don't know if you guys can see it. The wide green.
Yep, Tractor Supply, baby. We've all had it.
Okay, so that's a good dolly. So, and
no, it's better than anything you can buy in a store. But no, the answer to your question is no. It's not a good dolly, but it's better than anything else you can buy in the store.
What? I want to buy an electric dolly. I mean, what do you think about that? It's $5,000 now.
It is. I'll show you the next dolly you should buy. I'm getting it up right now.
If I were to get something that I can actually lift, I was on the back of Chris's trying to lift. I could not even bring it back. I could not budge it. But when he pushed, I was somewhat okay. So basically, the end of the day, I will probably have to hire someone after like a few jobs.
Your little green one, you're gonna have to put 2x4s by the wheels or stand on the wheels. We all did it. This is the best entry level dolly you can get.
You know what? Let me take a snap picture of this one. Where'd you get this one at?
Spacewalk.
Okay. Available because I've always debated on getting that.
Yeah, we have two of them. The guys still use them.
These are the three that I have, you guys. Don't laugh at me, okay? This is a small, and it was $700, okay? I bought this for specifically toddlers. There were so many parties I was going to, and the kids, like the little toddlers, were left behind. So I'm doing that as just an add-on. That's it. And then I have this water slide that is Jump Orange, and this came from Jump Orange, and it actually says Pogo on it though. This is my latest one. And then my two big ones are going to be here tomorrow. So, I mean, I'm excited, but like, do you think I'll be okay for a season with these until I actually get some money in a couple months to buy the ones that are 4,000? Because that's what I want. I want the ones that are 3 to 4,000.
I think we need to back up. Now is not the time to do this, but we need to back up and get you educated just a tad.
Please.
I'm worried some of the stuff you bought
sir.
is
Drop it
resident-
off for tomorrow? All right.
Yeah, I'm worried some of the stuff you bought is residential use, which is not safe to rent out and not insurable.
They told me that was commercial. And it's actually, you know what? I'll go on some of these, Nick, after this, like tomorrow, and I'll specifically take some screenshots and I'll send them right to you
Sounds good. Yes, I will. I'll absolutely help you.
without a doubt. And
Is just
If it-
pulled in, but
it's,
the dude went straight over to the night drop box.
would there be a way for me to return?
Let him
Like
do that.
What, the past 3 days? Is that possible?
You can
Do you-
probably return them. You
You
just
bought
get a
them.
restocking fee.
What you said, Kevin?
You might get a restocking fee.
Which that's fine. So if these three like are no good and the two big ones that I have coming, you know, if Nick says, then I can just start out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 3 big rentals. They're like a few $1,000s each, right?
Yeah, it just depends on what they are. Like it's hard to tell in the picture, but
Right.
just send them to me tomorrow. If they're those rental light units or rental Duralite units from Tent Table, you're good to go. Those are totally fine. They're good to go. They'll be good because you're just getting started and you got to learn. And they're super light. They're not going to last you 5 to 10 years. They're going to last you 2 to 4 years. But like, you know what I mean? They're cheaper. They're easier to move. It's a good investment for a new person.
Way
ahead.
like I mean, the ones I have coming in are 220 pounds and then 250 pounds. So
which is actually once you get good at this, that's actually pretty light. It's easy to those are easy to move, but
but for me, yeah.
Your dolly's probably fine for that too.
yeah, your good old
I
Tractor
was-
Supply dolly will be fine for.
I was gonna order on Friday. I was gonna order that 4-wheel with the handbrake dolly off of Magic Jump. Is that thing? I mean, it's cheap. It's only $240, but I mean, it's got to be better than the Harbinger 2-wheel furniture dolly I'm using right now.
Let me. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it really, so let me look it up here. I'll share my screen so everybody can see it. Based on the dollar amount you said, I don't think it's probably good at all. But let's find out.
Can't you make a dolly? Literally, just go buy one of the winches or whatever they're called. I can't pronounce them, and like have it welded on a big dolly. Like, I just think that would be awesome.
You can do anything you want, but I'm like 73% stupid, so I don't do anything like that.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here. Yeah, somebody sent me a video today. I don't remember where he lived. He sent me the video yesterday. Masterfully made. I was like, incredible video, dude. Who made that? He said, "Oh, I threw that together in like 5 minutes."
Are you serious? It's amazing. It's impressive what people can do. You know, when they put their minds to it, people can do anything.
Yeah. But the moral of that story was he was talking about, he said it jokingly, but I didn't know because it's text and I can't read sarcasm. Something about a 40-foot slide. I'm like, bro, back the fucking no on the 40-foot slide. Like, let's do some combos and some 18-foots, and then you get your feet wet, and then in 2 years, and he's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna buy it. But he has a dolly in his little video that's this goofy looking dolly that's clearly motorized, and it was made. He said it was made by some random dude. I don't freaking know.
If you use some videos, which I actually did last night, I actually found a guy that you could tell he made his own, and I was like, that's pretty impressive.
There's some
Like
cool
someone
stuff out there, you know what I mean? But and it depends on how much time you have and if you're a fabricator or not. Most of the time, it's better to just buy the good shit.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do, obviously, next year. Start with 6 this year, possibly 3, because I'm going to send you every single one I bought. Now, don't forget the small one, the little tiny baby obstacle course. That's an add-on. That's it. So I'm not worried about that one. It was only 700. But what I want to do is next year, I want to be able to hire people, obviously, a couple strong guys, and get the ones that are 500, 600 pounds.
Yeah, right. So here's my take. Here's my take on dollies, and I'm gonna stand on this till the day I die. Anything that looks like this with 2 wheels, you should burn. I absolutely hate all 2-wheel dollies. We have the Jolly Dolly version of these. We have 2 now because I got one in a buyout, and the Jolly Dolly has like a little trailer hitch right here, and so you can lay it down and like turn it into a wagon. Still absolutely god awful. I hate anything 2-wheel dollies. Your whole time, your entire upper body's doing all the work. There's like this certain point where you can get it, like use the wheels obviously as the fulcrum, but you get it to this certain point and then you don't have to hold it and it's balanced, but it's like really high and awkward. It's awful. It's god awful.
Right.
No matter what, if you when you buy a real dolly, get one with 4 wheels. Whether you get this is basically a regular ass roll doll with no motor.
They had some at Tractor Supply, and I thought they were really cool, but I just went ahead and picked up that one for him, and I can actually take that back and get my $150 back and get the 4-wheel that you're talking about. The 4-wheel that I saw stands up like that, and you're able to bring it down, and the handle comes up. Like a handle comes up.
What was the weight limit on that?
Yeah,
I felt like they were more flimsy.
I'm gonna look it up, but hard no. Keep the one that you have, I think. But we'll see.
Yeah, I want
It
to
needs
think a
to
little
be-
more flimsy.
Yeah, it needs to be an inflatable doll. Like just like moving inflatables means inflatable doll.
That's a good call with the weight. Thank you, because normally I
Keep the
like.
truth yourself.
My computer is struggling hard right now.
If I'm able to do this year round, I'm going to. And it's like one of your videos you were saying, Nick, where you did 1 week for $100. Listen, if that's where I have to go, I'll do it. I mean,
I respect that, but it won't work right now. That was COVID, where everybody was like closed.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I won't quite do that, but yeah. I mean, I have this big house, my baby, so don't get that one.
No. If you're gonna do any of these, this is the one. You could argue this one. I've had somebody tell me that they liked this one a lot, but this is the one.
Which one?
The one you have.
I have
The one
I have the black one, Nick. The black one I use more than my badass dolly.
Do you?
Yeah.
Chris has the black one, and a lot of people use that one. So the green one that I do have, that's okay.
Yes. It's just okay, but yes.
It's okay for me for this year, right? Getting started.
Yeah, we did. Man, oh man. We were up to 16, 17, 18, 19 units, something like that. We had 2 of those. One on each truck. Now I think we ran 1 truck back then. Why we had 2, I don't know. But yeah, we had that's all like right. And this is way back in the day before I knew anything existed other than that spacewalk one I showed you. And I bought that spacewalk one, and it like literally changed our lives.
Will you send me a link to that on
Yeah.
the book? Will you?
Yep, I sure will.
How much does that one cost?
I think it's $660 now. It's still
Okay,
still
but
pretty cheap comparatively. They're constantly sold out because they're on my YouTube channel. That I use it on my YouTube channel, my old videos, and so people buy them like hotcakes. It's crazy.
So would it help me with my back issues with handling more weight
Yeah, because you don't have to
for
hold.
the units?
You get it back on 4 wheels, and then you don't have to do it. You have to push it, but you don't have to hold it. That's why I don't like 2-wheel dollies. You the whole time you got to hold it.
So basically, And it's almost like a flatbed, but it's made specifically for dollies. And you can, if it's rolled up, obviously, you can bring your bounce house right on it, just bring it up maybe a little bit, and you can push it through grass, whatever.
Yep.
Yes, send me ASAP, please, because I will.
All right.
Okay, hopefully I
So,
can.
like if you're trying to put units on a dolly to make it easier for you, you can strap around the dolly so that strap the unit around the dolly so that the
Right.
unit's right up against the dolly and you can kind of bring your momentum back. And two, put either I had bought like a rubber block from Harbor Freights that I just put behind a wheel. That way the wheel doesn't move on you. And
Yeah.
that makes it much easier to bring the heavy units back so you're not
Yeah.
just showing your back.
You know what, you guys, I'm really lucky to have Chris from that Backyard Adventures here in he's right down the street in Magnolia, Delaware. And everything you just said, that's exactly how he's teaching me. So, but because
Yeah, super useful.
he's on here. There he is. Everyone hates badass dollies. LOL. I don't know what that means. You guys would probably get that.
But yeah,
Trash.
but yeah, trash. But yeah, Brian said, "How's the spacewalk dolly on rough terrain?" I said, "It's god awful. The wheels are too small. The wheels are like every dolly is god awful because I have motorized ones."
So the end of the day, some of these ones that I send you to tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I can price them at 300 because they are commercial grade. There's no question. I mean, it's 800 pounds. It's not like what you guys have, but checking the comps, which I'm all about comps because of the real estate and all of that in my past business. So I should be okay on that. But what I'm thinking about, because I am new, coming in at like 250, just to be able to make,
Yeah,
that the bypass.
I'm one of the few people that'll tell you this, but I'm a big fan. Big fan. I think you price yourself below the competition. Go start taking market share. Go have good customer service. Go drop off, a good unit, well set up with some marketing, and take it over. I'm a huge fan of it. Love it.
That's how I am. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, hey,
Thank you, guys.
Nick, I got that booking that we were talking about earlier in the
The June?
pregame. Yeah, for June, I got it.
Nice. Did you
So
put?
I dropped it down. I dropped it down because I kind of took on our conversation and I probably shot myself in the foot, but whatever, rental's better than nothing. So I sent her a message after I got off the meeting and I'm like, you know what? You're going to be my first client or my first booking. You probably won't be my first client because I'll have rentals before June, but you're helping me out. I want to help you out. So I'm just going to do it for 200 plus delivery. So it's like $236, but it's still $236 for a 14-foot slide. Isn't that bad? No matter what the market is.
That's awesome.
So, and then I have like, where the gratuity tab in IO or whatever, and that was automatically checked. So all I did was uncheck the tip that I was forcing her to give me, and it's still being rented at the price that I want it to be rented at. So I'm excited.
Love it, dude. Love it.
That's
Love it.
smart.
Love it.
Hey, you guys, I have to go put my baby to bed. I'll be on here next Wednesday. Nick, nice meeting you. You're like a real person. I love that. I love what you're doing. I will be subscribing, obviously. And you know what? I'm going to make a shit ton of money, period. Why? Because first of all, I love money. And two, I have a kid. So
Love it.
Just go.
So I'll see you guys next Wednesday.
And three, you're learning from Nick.
Hey, you know what my business name is? All About That Bounce. And I'm not like some Megan Trainor fan because, well, I'm a little old, but I was thinking about that, all about that bass. So I'm like, all about that bounce. So my little slogan's going to be creating memories one bounce at a time.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, a little dorky, but it's cool.
Welcome to the hustle.
Okay, you guys have a good night, and I will definitely send you those pictures of the units, and hopefully the one that y'all may be a little concerned about, and I'm actually concerned about it, looking at the weight and some other stuff after I bought it. hopefully I'll be able to send it back and just pay for a restocking. So,
Cool. Yep. Sounds
Okay.
good.
hey, thanks you guys. I appreciate it. A great night.
Yep.
Thank
On
you.
the topic of pricing and stuff like that,
Mhm.
I basically called one of my competitors today. I found out there's another phone company in town, and they're only charging like $50 an extra hour for their phone. And they're charged like, yeah. So I was just like, yo, raise your. I called them. I was like, raise your prices. And then I told him. I told him I'm a dealer. If you don't know, I actually sell Foam Daddy phone machines for Foam Daddy. Full disclaimer, if you don't know me. And but yeah, so if you
Yeah,
like, I do that and all kinds of other stuff. But
What
Right.
are you? What are you for the next hour? Like if they want a second hour?
200.
Yeah, because I think
They're $50 for a half hour, so it's like $100 for an hour.
yeah, I don't remember what I am. I just set it all up and couldn't remember what the freaking math was. There's conflicting math in different areas, so it took me way too long to get it right.
see you guys. Have a good
Yeah.
night.
So bye.
Thanks, guys.
Night. So where I'm at from pricing for my foam parties are $350 for an hour. So it's different. I have like 45-minute pricing and at $300, and that's for groovy foam. But then all the additional hours were still 200. But on my party rental website, I only do 1 hour of each one, and then $200 for additional pricing. So it's it's 350 for, actually I can't even think of it right off the top of my head. I want to say it's 350 for the regular one. I know that, but for the color foam, I want to say it's 450 or 500. I can't remember which one it is. I want to say it's 450. And each additional hour is 250. And then same thing, the glow parties, I want to say is at 550, and each additional hour is also 250. Somewhere around there. It might be at 500 or something like that, because I don't do it at night. But I had to do it competitive because there's all these freaking foam companies popping up around Buffalo now. Teaching all this stuff. She said she saw my videos and everything. I'm like, but you're charging $50 a half hour. What are you doing? And I was like, it was funny. She's really cool though. But she's looking at her pricing now and stuff like that. But yeah, pricing your foam stuff, like don't sell yourself short. Also do rentals. Rentals and foam go well.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm excited, dude. I fired the foam cannon up this weekend for my own kid's birthday party to kind of test it out. And dude, me and every person at the party was massively impressed with the HD stacker. That thing was something else, dude. So I'm excited to build that business, or build that portion of the business.
Justin, do you provide
who's
a
sick of their
worker
foam
with the
machine?
foam party?
What you said, Mark?
Do you provide a worker with the foam, Justin?
Yes. So I provide one person with the foam parties. And then as far as like the special events, some of the bigger ones, I'll do 2 people. I'll send them out there. I actually am going to do a foam party on Friday, where I have one rental as well as doing a 4-hour party, and it's 3 hours away. Making a decent chunk of change over there, like over about like $2,000, for just a quick gig. Plus they're paying for the hotel as well.
I must have misunderstood what you said. I thought you said you were doing a half hour for $50.
No, somebody else is doing it for $50.
Okay,
I do it for
okay.
$200 an additional hour.
Okay. Because
I hooked them up and only did like 150 for additional hour, I think. Because I wanted to get a good, like, be good on them. What?
For new people in here that's thinking of doing foam, is it wise for them to send people with their foam, or what about the people that are doing, new people that are doing it that don't send people? I mean, what are your?
I think you should do both. I think if you have a rental company and you're getting in there into the business, I think you should get a machine and then throw it on your rental company. Get the hang of it. Only rent it a few times. It'll make its money. And then like offer to staff parties and stuff in your rental company, but it's going to be sitting in the list. All the rental companies here, you know about the list. You know what I mean? You got your list of games, you got your list your bounce houses, list of obstacles. It's just another list. Whereas in eventually, we all like everybody here, I would assume, has BCN, ERS, or IO, and all of those companies. You can have a separate website where you tie in that's foam specific or a different company that's specific. So now that company is actually selling that one product and that machine will move more. And that's when you're going to want to have a person that's going to be able to at least like fully dedicated to man those. Like you don't need a person to man a foam party when you first start out as much as you need a person to man a bounce house, maybe a little bit more. But you know what I mean? You got to have them in your pocket. Those one-offs and those people that can do it. But most of the time, they're always at late at night after pickups and stuff. You have them scheduled in advance. You can have a person just scheduled for that phone party. Just do it real quick. I also like to have them like at hour minimums for the phone party. So I give like it takes about 2 hours to do any average phone party, and I give them like a 4-hour minimum. So like for the most part, they make like $80. It costs me like $100. You know what I mean? Somewhere around there to do a party between like $80 for them and then like $20 something in solution. So and a lot of times they're using their own vehicles too. Like I'll give them the delivery fee.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea, huh? Because you can put it
Like that's how I'm operating my man rentals and stuff like that. But that's if they have the truck. If not, if I have to do a truck, you're slapping it on the delivery, you're doing it all there. It's $20 an hour. I'll give you a 4-hour minimum, and I'm getting that delivery fee. And you know what I mean, I give them that minimum just because nobody wants to go to do a party for an hour. But for the most part, I like doing the phone parties. Like to be honest with you, it's a lot of them are fun.
Shooting the phone, like I had it, and then our 4-year-old, she's almost 5, but walked over, and then I tipped it and just blasted it right at her. And she was like, at first like that, and then was like loving it.
I love the footage that I get from them. It's just happy. There's nothing better than that. So like I'll end up getting like somebody to come with me and pay them $15 an hour, and then have them do most of the freaking work, and I'll help them kind of drive. So I'll be there. But that's when you bring one of the freaking shop kids or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how you get that kid to stick around and keep you know what I mean? One of those bounce house kids with freaking washing an inflatable or something, or one of the kids that can't drive and isn't doing anything like that. Sometimes they just like to do it because there's chicks. I always tell them, I don't know what party it's going to be like. It's a phone party. It's hit or miss. This is going to be toddlers or it's going to be freaking a bunch of chicks naked. Like it's the phone party. Like, it's the phone party.
Who is it? Dave. Yeah, Dave, go ahead. Do you have your hand raised?
Yeah, question on the foam stuff. So it's something I'm looking into. We only have one company within 70 miles of me that has them. This will be controversial. I know you were a rep for Foam Daddy, but I was looking at Foam Daddy or somebody else in a different group recommended FPS, but I've heard a lot of not so great things on FPS.
So everything I've been hearing is they've gotten robbed, like they've been robbing people and like basically burning them because the machines are $1,000 cheaper. Like I wouldn't do it. Most of the people that I've known haven't gotten their machines. The people that have gotten their machines aren't really happy. I have only seen, I think, 1 or 2 people get their machines. And they live close to them, I think. And then I've only seen like a handful of people actually even get their refunds at this point. And I don't know what they did to get those refunds, but like it must have been really crazy. But yeah, it's
What's the lead time on the Foam Daddy cannons?
I can get you shipped one out tomorrow if you want. Give me
Sweet.
DM me on Facebook. I'll get you a quote.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, they're cool.
I'm serious. Yeah, you got.
I bought. My wife talked me into, and this was like February, maybe January, but I think February 2021. Talked me into buying a foam machine, and I don't have all the I don't remember it all, but whatever. The one I came across was party machines, like this little fan like, oozes foam, but it makes a shitload of foam. But So we bought that very cheap. It was like $1,200. It does okay. It does okay. But then you get the Foam Daddy machine, and it's like, I mean, elite, pristine,
I've been nudging you for like
amazing.
6 months.
What's that?
I've been nudging you for like 6 months. So like,
Oh
you
my
gotta get
God.
one.
Yeah, I mean, it's on a whole nother level. And then start shooting foam, and it's impressive how it shoots foam is impressive. And then the texture, almost like the look and feel of the foam is better too. It's way better.
Did he send you a pack of the mango?
Mm-mm.
You didn't get a pack of the mango?
It was 2 things of gel, and then the HD stacker with the.
No, you got they just came out with mango. See if they have any left or anything like that.
That's
They
fine.
can get you a pack of the mango. You need a pack of the mango and try that out. Like it'd be a good. I'm curious what you think of it. It's a beta, so don't be all judgy and throw the review up there right now. But it's like, it's
Oh,
it's a
funny.
beta. It's supposed to smell good. He says that he's been sitting on this for a long time, and he's just been waiting for it to come out for when he wanted to actually differentiate himself for a little bit. And then he told me that he saw a TikTok that said like something about scent and like it to your brand. So if he can associate his gel to have a nice scent, and then your parties can have a nice scent, it'd be really why you want to buy his solution and why you want to buy more reason why to buy Foam Daddy products. So
I agree.
you'll see, like, remember, Foam Daddy's the first one to do scented gel, and you'll see copycats soon. Maybe it'll freaking burn your skin off, but Foam Daddy's won't.
That's awesome. Awesome. But yeah,
Who's your
so
daddy? Foam Daddy. No, I'm just
your daddy. So I'm doing
I asked him if he wanted me to start saying that should be the slogan. He's like, no. I just keep saying it. Like I keep like randomly. I love it.
that's good shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna do my that little party machines one. I'm gonna do that as a drop and go. Just drop and go, nice and reasonably priced. It actually goes to a school on Friday, and I sent them videos of the freaking Foam Daddy foam cannon. They were like, no, we want the one we had last year. I'm like, okay, whatever you guys want to do. But they have like the whole school, literally, it's their field day. It's like the whole school filters through all these stations, and that machine is one of the stations. So they need to like run like all day. And like they buy extra foam for it. But anyways, I don't even know how we got on.
I'm thinking about pulling all my foam machines out tomorrow and messing with them, honestly, because I got to go through a bunch of stuff.
They're
Um,
cool.
yeah, like not only that, you don't know about the stand. Like Foam Daddy has a machine that it's like okay, but we don't really talk about the rentals too much or the dumpers. But like they have a standard machine that fits in like. Well, like this is one thing I want to start promoting soon. I just haven't put the money into buying the inflatables yet. I just got to buy the foams, like a foam water slide and a foam slip and slide. And Leisure sells them. And then you there's like Foam Daddy sells a cannon. I do have a foam car wash, and then Foam Daddy sells a little cannon that fits in there, or it's not a cannon, it's like a little dumper. The standard machine, it's just what's weird about it. The machine doesn't have a cone attachment to it. So like the machine, you just sit there and put it in there and it dumps the foam. Same thing, smaller dumper machine, just like the party machines one. But then what's cool about that one though is it actually has a cannon attachment instead of a bag attachment. So you could put a cannon, like an actual cone, and shoot. It's nothing near. We don't think, oh, I'm gonna buy this way cheaper version and replace it with it's an upgraded version of the dumper. Like it's not super impressive, but it's cool for like 5 or 6 kids for a backyard. I have mine at like $200 or something like that.
Yeah.
But then you still have to buy the solution for $100 an hour.
Oh shit.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? Because like it's just you buy the rent. That's how I do my rentals. And the reason I do my rentals like that, the best thing for rentals are schools. Like schools love foam machine rentals, and 5K runs love foam machine rentals, and DJs love foam machine rentals.
Yeah,
And you
5.
sell the
That would
then
be
you
cool.
sell the solution.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The 5K, that would be cool. I have the foam daddy going to a school that last year had the regular foam machine. I told them I was getting the Canon, so they want the Canon, and then we priced it very wrong. So that's next week. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Kind of decide what I'm gonna do, but I didn't know anything. So
Well, you won't be
You got-
charging a fee, that's for sure.
no, I don't do it. I don't do it. I'm a free guy.
Make sure you have, I always have in my contracts too, that like everybody, like it's on the school. If they want, like I'm taking pictures no matter what, anybody at the events automatically consents to pictures, even schools. And then like, if it's on the schools to, if they want to like stop that or something like that, but it's in all the contracts like that. So I pull up my phone all the time and take pictures of all those freaking public events, the school events, stuff like that too. Cause that's great footage and marketing content.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Wes asked how do I price it to the school? Same. My all my school events paid the same thing as everybody else. Actually next year I'm thinking we're gonna do a promo at the excuse me, at the start of school. We're gonna do like a handout for all the schools, like a little basket or whatever. And we're gonna give all the schools 10% off. Like, let me see. Let me go, Dom. I'm a volume guy, right? I'm gonna go get all the fucking schools, trying to go get them all. I'm gonna do 10% off for all schools. And then just dominate the landscape.
I have a better tactic.
Go ahead.
Go in for find out what their budget is, give them the max items, and then give them that you can give for that freaking price, but like hold off a little bit, and then boom, like slam dunk like a game package or something like that on top of that, like just to make the event more money, and now you get the schools and out of their entire 2-3K budgets all the time, because you're making it an epic party and like a giant event. And you're gonna make it like now it's like, okay, you're giving me $3,000, I'll make it $5,000. And then you can even do crazy stuff where you can get sponsors for people to actually like convince like, oh, hey, you want to pay the $300 for this bounce house? They're paying you the money, but they're having the bounce house there for the exposure that everybody's trying to put on you.
Yep. Yeah, all super cool. I just don't have that many games. And I don't have schools that have the budgets like that. I don't know. Yeah. Like we have one, the school event we got to set up tomorrow morning is like $840, I think. And that's like, we have one that's 1,000. The week after.
End of the year ones?
Mm-hmm.
For the end of the year? Oh yeah.
You'll day or
Yeah, get
whatever.
the ones that are like 2K and all kinds of stuff like that.
They have
Hey,
they have budgets that big, but they have to buy all the other stuff. Like, we're almost like the last thing it seems like they buy.
Am I invited to set up that school tomorrow morning or no?
MES. Wait, what'd you say, Zay?
Who's going to set it up?
Me and Trevor. It's gonna be fucking. We gotta be there. We gotta be at the warehouse at 6:15 to get that shit ready. They have both.
If you don't want to go, I'll go with him.
No, I gotta go because it's going in the gymnasium.
At MES, I don't think we've ever went to the gym before.
I have. It was last year. It was a long, crazy fucking day. But you have to go find the janitor and they have to take out the divider of the door. It's a whole thing. And I did it all last year, so that's why I was like, I'll just fucking go.
When you get good, man, you start like when you get good and you get your guys to get good, you can have stuff like that noted in the freaking stuff. Like you'll have your person calling, have that stuff noted, and then while you're driving there, you call to have that janitor take that stuff out, call and take it out. Like
Right.
I used to have I'm not even used to. I'm on point every time I'm in a delivery and stuff. I do stuff like that all the time. My guys are like, "Oh, that's wild. That's a good idea." I'm like, "Yeah, I wish you were doing it all the time. It probably saved me about 15 minutes of payroll."
Yeah, because like last year was the first year. Last year was supposed to be like out in the playground of the yard or whatever. It's just on the grass. And then the same day we had another school that had foam machine and 2 water slides. And so for whatever reason, like everybody had shit going on except for Ethan and Josh. It was like, all right, Ethan and Josh, You guys go set up the fucking obstacle courses over at MES. That'll be easy. 2 obstacle courses, 2 guys, no big deal. I'll go do all the other shit. And then MES called like last second and was like, we changed our mind. We're gonna do it inside. It was good weather, so I don't remember why they did it. And so then like last second, I called Josh and Ethan. I'm like, just kidding. Your guys are gonna go do 2 water slides and a foam machine. I'll go do 2 obstacle courses inside alone. That's the first time we'd ever done anything inside because the weather's good here. And it was, I learned a lot. So that's why like this year, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go again, make sure everything goes smooth.
How do you so how do you handle multiple schools on like the same day if you want to kind of see it or be a part of it?
Yeah,
Try
so
to have one preset.
what's that?
I try to have one set up the day before, like right at the end of the day. So it's ready for the morning because they all want to open it. They want to run that shit at 8.
Yeah, they do that. So go set the night before.
The school.
This year, we got a lot of schools. We got more this year than last year. So, but it's almost all next month. Hold on, let me look at it. I was looking at it earlier today, and I was like, "Holy smokes, there's a week that's crazy." So, the 8th we have 2 events. The 9th we have 3 events. Nothing on the 10th. The 11th 1 event, and then I don't know how many on Friday, but $1,400 on Friday. So it's like every single day, multiple events. So we'll just split up and go. Yeah, they're fine. Like you guys know what to do at a regular school event. It's not going in the fucking gym. They'll do. I'm sure they'll do them all. One of these, whatever one has the Foam Daddy HD stacker. I think it's that Friday one. I'll go to that one for sure. But the other ones, like they'll just go do them, like just like a Saturday morning.
I have black foam. I gotta test out
That'd be sick. Is it like purple or black?
black.
That's
I haven't tested it out yet. Oh, I'm afraid. It's been sitting in my warehouse for a year.
that's funny. There's only one.
Yeah.
Justin, I got a
Brian's going
question
for
on
it,
the large cannon.
What's up?
How would you price that? The large cannon?
Yeah, I would price it the same. Is there
Hey,
anybody in your
the
market?
same as an HD stacker? Nobody in
Yeah,
the
just
market.
go for it. Go for it.
I
Yeah.
mean, closest one is an hour away.
Oh yeah, go for it. Nobody, yeah, go same thing. Nobody knows what a machine is.
All right, yeah. See, we just got it. I just took it out of the box today.
That's one thing I think we haven't covered like at all, Nick. If you are the first person to the market, just go for the moon.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
go for the moon.
I see nobody around here even knows what it is.
My phone parties were at $700 before the first year I did them, and I did a bunch of them, and then the next year somebody did it at 300, and I couldn't do it less than 450 or something like that. And that was last year. And now I'm at comparable prices around everybody else, and I'm making more money. But it's like everybody else drove the prices down. Like I was making good money at $700. Like it was nuts. It made me so mad though, because I seen the market happen that way. I was like, come on. Like
It's the exact same way with the inflatables, Justin.
Huh?
You know, I said it's the exact same way with inflatables. We're all making good money, and then people come in, you get 9, 10 new people come in. Oh my God, we're going to do this for $55 for a bounce house, and we'll throw in tables and chairs for another $20.
Yep.
So who's going to get $145?
Well, this is the problem. You can last at $350, $300. But if the whole market was at $700, it's just our market would be ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like it's like that's the issue, and that's what makes me mad, because it was like, yo, we were set. There was somebody only that was making money yearly consistently with foam events around here that was charging $4 or $5 grand before I dropped it to $750. Because I thought,
you need to keep that blunt away from the microphone, because Justin, you're making Nick get high, and he's eating and eating and eating and eating and eating.
Who's getting high?
I got
Yeah, look at him.
My big thing with like undercutting the market is like, say somebody came in the jump offs market and was trying to do the whole bounce house $100 thing. Anybody that's a shoot in jump off customer already isn't going anywhere because of the service we provide. So that's why the undercutting the market shit doesn't really piss me off, because like it's not going to affect any jump off customers because I'm so confident they're not going anywhere just because of how strong the service we provide is.
No. Yeah, I don't care about the undercutting of like bounce houses. That's different because at the end of the day, you can't survive at that rate. You'll see them leave and disappear, and then at the end of the day, you need like there's a bunch of idiots that think that like there's a bunch of idiots that think that what you call it, people can't like how do I explain this? There's a bunch of people that think that you're like there's no I lost my train of thought. Now I guess I am stoned. There's how I fucking explain this. There's a bunch of people when you rent stuff out that think that like the prices are the price, and they think they can make it in this industry. Just doing that low stuff, they disappear within a year or two. And there's a bunch of customers. That's where I was getting at. That think that like they have no idea what the value of this stuff is, and they're like low ballers. Like they have no budgets anyways, and then like you honestly want those people to just like feed them and their ego a little bit, and then also have those bad experiences because then they'll call you last minute because they'll try and rent it up and do like I've seen people. There's a dude in my area that literally rents a bounce house for $150. Next person calls for the same day. He only has the one bounce house or two bounce houses. Okay, well now it's $200 and I'm canceling on the other person. So then that person calls me and they'll cancel on two or three people because he's at a lower price, keep raising his prices. But you'll actually get customers from some of those lowballing people. It's really wild. This dude, some people are the worst, man. You talk about customer service, like the jump off has good customer service. Just in case party rentals has good customer service. This dude, I've heard my customers literally tell me that this dude has shown up to people's houses and said, like, called them on the phone and like, I want the cash in one hand and an extension cord in the other, or I'm pulling off.
Jeez.
And I'm like, yeah, like, and then like if you paid like in full in advance, I've seen him where he's like just thrown it on the front lawn and left all the stuff. And so like just craziest stuff, man. Like it's what you said about service is completely true. Like I always like it's not even, and it's not just a setup. It's also where like talking to people on the phone. Like everybody talks about, oh, text. When I'm on the phone, I answer everybody's questions thoroughly, and I have like a good spiel. You want to like cater to them because the people on the phone talking to you want to talk to you. The people texting you want to text with you, and the people freaking emailing you want to email you. Like it's as simple as that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Nick was telling me about they had this big like round table conversation about the Event Hawk stuff and everything, and a lot of people were saying they just let the phone ring and it sends the automated message. Which if somebody's calling you, they clearly want to talk on the phone. They don't want to text. So I
That's
definitely,
stupid. Yeah,
I think that's a horrible idea.
If somebody's calling you, that's a direct sale. I could sell you now.
Hell
Like it
yeah.
is what it
I
is.
was
They're
losing
calling you.
my
Like
mind. Well, I wasn't losing my mind. It was blowing my mind. I was shocked. And then the next interaction I was getting in, I was like, then I was losing my mind. Like, answer the fucking phone. Like, answer the phone. What? Could you
Well,
imagine?
that
like,
was
the
trying
first
to
person to answer the
pizza
phone
place
usually
or-
text too.
that was one of the things when I first got into this, right? Because I'm in Phoenix, right? And there's a bounce house rental company every 17 feet. And so I was talking with Tariq and I talked with you too, Nick. I'm like, how do I differentiate myself in an area that's so saturated? And both you and Tariq said the same thing. Answer the fucking phone. And I'm like, are there really people that just don't, that own these businesses that are like, nah, fuck that. Like that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like if somebody's calling me, like you said, Justin, like that's a sale. Nobody's calling me to get a quote. They can get that online all day. If somebody's calling me, that's a sale. Lock them up right then.
Like the hottest lead you can get. Like you're in person. The only way they get like is if they knock on the door and come in the office.
Right. Like that's what, when I told you, that's what fucking spurred me when the lady that came to our house, like she was friendly, but she wasn't exactly like Justin's guy that just dropped it on the front porch and was like, have a good fucking day. But like in seeing some of the stuff that I see in Facebook and on these groups, like I bet you like that's not even an exaggeration. You know, like we you know, like you and I are of the same ilk, right? Like I want the unit to go out. I really don't care, you know, if I've got to cut my price. If it's going to sit in my garage, I may as well get it the hell out. And like to see these posts and these people that are like, oh, this person called, they want to bring it in, they want to, you know, they want to rent a bounce house tomorrow. What should I charge them? Like, Jesus Christ, guys. I commented on one. I'm like, you guys keep doing this to people because it's going to allow someone like me who actually knows customer service to just smoke you right out of this area.
Oh, it'll be bad. Like it'll be egregious. You know?
It'll be like Bounce the Desert will be fucking synonymous with bounce house rentals in 18 months if you guys want to keep fucking feeding everybody to death and wondering how much juice you can squeeze out of that fucking fruit. Like, if it's in your garage, send it out. That's what we're here for. It's a service business.
To be
Serve the
clear,
people that send you money.
I rather have shit sit in my damn garage than lower my prices.
I'm what I'm
Yeah,
trying
and
to
I'm not
say
saying
is,
go do a $50 bounce house, right? But if somebody's like, oh, well, you know, can you do any better? Like, I'd rather send it out because there's going to be 25 people at that fucking party
Volume.
that
Volume, baby.
that are, you know what I mean? That's just more FaceTime for me.
I agree with you. That brings up the delivery fee thing too. Like some of these people have a minimum $10 delivery fee, no matter if you're right next door. Well, I mean, think about it. If that costs you one rental, say an average rental, $300 or whatever, you got to get 30 of those $10 delivery fees to make that one rental back up that you lost.
Yep.
You're making the math make
Yeah,
too
it
much
just doesn't make sense.
Because
That's what I'm saying. Just
you factor that in. That's totally true. It's like when I'm like
that's
pricing
not,
out.
that's not actually a really wild way to look at it. I'm curious what that 300. I actually might do a freaking radius of free delivery.
You have to.
Like,
you
I'm
have
not
to.
gonna lie. That
Like
actually is not,
especially
that's not
like
a bad
Justin,
idea.
where I'm at, I live in a neighborhood that literally has its own fucking zip code. Do you think I'm going to charge somebody that lives in my neighborhood a $20 fucking delivery fee?
Absolutely. Hell yes.
I do.
Fuck
I'll
that,
do it.
dude.
You
You
are
know I'll do
losing
it.
money.
Bro.
You are losing money if you don't.
I get that $20 honestly all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, but you also
Race to the
want
top,
customers
everybody.
all the
Why is
time.
everybody racing to the bottom? I don't
You lose
understand
the,
this.
you lose
in
the
the inflatable
$300
gaming.
sale because of the $20 fee.
If you lose
Yeah.
one sale, you gotta get that fee
I've
so many
honestly,
times.
so to be
Yep.
clear, like I want to take this fee thing to another level where I'm gonna start charging like full packages for like $750, $1,000. Like I want people to copy this idea because I think because one,
Yes.
I'm on video and saying it first. And I'm one of the only people that've been saying this shit. So and I'm doing it. So go ahead and copy this. But seriously, watch this. This is a great idea. If you had a bounce house company where it's like it's the busy bee jumper, but a different kind of angle where it's at. I imagine having a princess bounce house, and then I have look like to give you the whole package where it's 2 tables, 16 chairs, you know what I mean? And then like, or it's a double package where it's like maybe even some more tables and chairs. And then maybe the same thing where it's even a bigger package where it's even more table chairs and a tent. But then there's the decorations where it's all comes in boxes where you don't decorate shit. And it's basically like Party City pre-packed fucking boxes, tables for 8. You buy them in bulk from China or something. You slap them on a table, and that's your princess theme. And now you have like a princess tiara toss from freaking Twister Display, and that's your game that goes with the freaking whole princess theme. And now it's a whole princess package, and they know princess package gets all this stuff all the time, every single time, and it's very versatile. Now you have what? Pirate theme package, police theme package, fire theme package, anything. And then if you have like an actual theme for your company or something, maybe you have one of those theme package, a generic bounce house, just regular bounce house party package. And it's only those, all that stuff. not, you know what I mean? $1,000 or something, and we bring that every single time. That's it. Like, and like it might scale a little bit, but very, very differently, and it's just all packages.
Well, and I'm not
and then
opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that
no,
idea at
no
all.
fees, no fees
When-
at all the deliveries included, only a certain amount of radius, and then like maybe a little bit of fee after that, but like no,
Yeah,
like
but
and then,
I'm not opposed to that idea at
There.
all. And don't get me wrong, Al, I'm not trying to race to the bottom, but when you're trying to get off the ground, sometimes you got to take it on the chin more than you want to, just a little bit, to get those fucking units out and get your name out there. Otherwise, I'm
Oh,
no
yeah.
different than these fucking people with $100 bounce houses.
I sometimes go to $100 lower because I know I can always eat 50. So if I got to eat another little 50 to really get the unit, I might do that. But for the most
Yeah.
part, I really built price because I don't know if you got here. I think you got here later, but I build into my pricing. I love giving people $50. I call it cool mom discounts. I call them
Yeah.
cool dad discounts.
100%.
I call it, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I call them like community leader discounts, just wild buzzwords to like hype whatever freaking person who's on the phone up. Especially if they haven't fully closed and I'm in a quoting state. It's literally like I tell them that, like, you know what, I got this.
Yeah,
If somebody
sorry,
asks
I keep
me,
having to like
if
jump
somebody
in and out because
asks
I've
me
got
if they can book online, I tell them about my fun, like the event hawk coupon. I tell them about it. I'm like, yeah, if you do it, you know what I mean, you get percentage off just for booking online because that's what I think it is, and I treat it as like, yeah, you use this code when you put it in online, and that saves you $10, so I don't have to do this shit on the phone.
Justin,
I've came to find out that like a lot of times when I'm building a quote for somebody, like I'll forget to put the bounce 10 in. And then if they forget, like if they come back and complain about price, you get to act like you're giving them some super deal and be like, oh, actually, I can save you a couple bucks. And then you go put the bounce 10 in that you were supposed to put in the first place. And it makes them all happy.
People just want that, bro. They just want the little bit of love. Like they don't even want to save money, I don't think. They want to make you cave. Like they want you to just change your mind a little bit and tell them they were right. I've thought about that a lot this week.
Hey, good night, everybody.
based on what based on what Justin was saying with not in theme, who can you get to get Brandon cactus theme unit?
A cactus theme. Oh, hit up Leisure. I'll do a cactus theme.
Nice combo.
And then if you want like Leisure will do it or Bouncing Angels will do it. Where you at? You're in Texas, right? Or something like that down there, Louisiana.
Yeah, Phoenix.
Phoenix. Oh yeah, he's in Phoenix. I forgot about that. Oh yeah. Bouncing Angels is probably closer.
Brandon, get yourself a cactus combo.
I'll make you a cacti. They already have one that has cactus on it. That has a llama on it. I would just ditch the llama. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, there's a lot of that might do well by you. Honestly,
He's gone. He's not in the room anymore.
No.
Bounce.
He must have just left.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, later.
We got a company out in our area, and it says very boldly on their website, if your setup is more than 150 feet from the street, you're charged X amount of dollars for the installation.
Dang.
It's crazy. And they're probably the biggest company we have in our area. It's mind-boggling to me. It's like where do you get the little rolling wheel out to measure how far the distance is if you think it's over 150? Like how arbitrary is that?
Those bigger companies really have like shameless fees. They just tack fee on top of fees.
But they're just so big. It's like once it gets to a point where like one guy comes back to the shop and it's like, man, I swear to God, it was 3 football fields away. It took me an hour to push it there, boss. Right? Then the boss is like, oh, fuck that. And they go put that stupid fee in.
And Emily says she doesn't negotiate on price at her rental company, but she does with the inflatable sales. So hit her up. Mine comes in. Mine comes in on Friday. I'm hyped. Mine comes up on Friday. I got the rainbow slide, rainbow dual lane.
Yeah, dude, that's the one I want. I let my boys
you guys some pictures and videos of it.
They wanted the tsunami wave. I wanted the dual lane, but dual lane.
I liked yours. Yo, I would have chose yours if not though. Yours was fire.
Yeah, it looks good, bro. I think it looks better in person than on the picture too, TBH.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I like, and then like generic rainbow stuff is always good too. And my other unit is already like kind of tropical and stuff. I do have another wave one. So it's like I don't even know what I would call that. Yours. What do you call yours?
I just named it the same thing as on the website, which is Tsunami Wave.
Tsunami wave.
and it-
Yeah, that would probably be like the name for it, most likely. I
Hey,
don't know.
Nick.
I try to like to do like weird way, not like what like names. And speaking of like names and stuff, because I feel like names can go with pricing and stuff as well. But like naming things is very important. When you're doing sales and pricing, like don't use the word combo unless you're in certain areas where combo actually works out. Like there's like combo comes up like a few times on my website and customers call me. But it's mainly because they're looking at other people's websites most of the time. I feel I don't know where they're getting that culture from. It's not natural. Where it's like, because then some people still call up looking for combos and they're really asking for packages.
Oh, right.
So it's a whole weird thing. And then like SEO wise, like bounce house and slide, like
Yeah. Bounce house or water slide.
bounce house and water slide, and then I separate all of them.
So we just named that Big and Bright slide. So like on Big and Bright website, it's called like 16-foot, like gray, red, and blue or something like that. I'm like, okay, that's not a name. So I had Trevor. So Trevor, or we were going, I think we were going back and forth in the group chat or whatever. And then I told Trevor I was driving, but I was texting via voice. I'm like, bro, just type it into Chat GPT and then be super descriptive on the slide. So he like went into super depth describing the slide because he helped us unbox it. He helped us shoot the unboxing video. Super in depth on the slide. And then Chat GPT spit out top 10 names that we should name this slide. And some of them were goofy, hexagon towers or something like that. But we actually ended up using one of the names, which is Blue Lagoon Splash or Blue Lagoon, something like that. Some of them were like super good. We're actually changing the name of one of our other slides to a name that Chat GPT suggested for that slide. The Red Sea something or other. I'm like, dude, Chat GPT for the win.
I'm waiting for IO to do it too, but like already like ERS is done where like you can auto freaking generate descriptions for freaking items.
Oh, I saw. Yep, I did see that.
Like I'm waiting for like Tim's gonna be on that. Tim's the man. I already know him. Like it's just that API call. I know what's gonna happen. Like yeah, I'm so excited for technology.
Hey, did you guys ever do your that event?
Yeah.
No, it was two last shotgun. We're gonna do another one, I think, right before IAPA.
Yeah, I got a little. I bit off more than I can chew, and
we're still working on some education stuff. He's got the thing going on with the what was it called?
What?
The education stuff, like the people, like the other group or whatever. What is it called? The JUMPSTART or something like that.
Oh yeah, JUMPSTART. Yeah, with the event.
Yeah, he's got JUMPSTART. I'm working on education stuff myself. Like don't worry about it.
How to pull these straps.
Huh?
Need to come educate me how to pull these straps.
I know, right? I got all the videos, bro. I got 3 videos.
That crap was not easy. My hands were slipping through there. I'm like, what the heck?
I think you normally wrap your hands. Like I think I wrap my hands around them, and then pull, and then slack up.
If you got a motor dolly, you can freaking strap into that and just use it.
Yeah, that's what I text him. Like, bro, I put it in a mobile and just go, because Tommy puts a ring at the top and then a D ring, a small D ring at the bottom underneath the toe plate. And he's like, bro, I put this on just for your straps. And so you have to have a carabiner, but you just keep them suckers on, and boom, got a viral.
Okay. I gotta bounce, guys. It is a great episode once again. Party rental knowledge, and like and subscribe to the Jump Off as well. So
thank you, brother.
Nice seeing you, buddy.
All right, man.
Nice seeing everybody.
Night.
All right.
Did somebody have a question a little bit ago? I thought there was somebody that kept trying to say.
Yeah, I had a question for you, Nick, on your straps. So what's the 50-foot? I've got a 50-foot obstacle course and I was just rolling it up today just to kind of test it. But my straps are like maybe 30 feet. So I get about 3/4 of the way through and then my straps are done. You know, the ones that you tuck underneath to roll it.
Yeah.
Are your straps, do you sell longer straps than that?
I haven't because I can now, but I haven't because the increments I had to buy from the supplier, like it just split up well into doing they're basically 35 feet. They're 37 and a half, then we have to sew all the shit on them, right? So they're about 35 feet and it works out correctly. Now I can do any length possible. I do get asked for custom ones every now and then, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. It's just not something I've ever offered. The other part about it is like it's a small little operation, you know what I mean? So offering different colors or sizes to us is like a whole different product. So it's just tough.
So on those longer slides, then what are you doing? Are you folding it in half before you roll it?
Like our longest slide that we have is the 22-foot dual lane, and I think it's like a touch over.
38.
It's 38.
38.
So basically what we do is we fold the pool in half. It's got like a deep pool. Yeah, we fold the pool in half. We fold the pool in half, then fold the two sides in.
Oh, okay.
And you start the
Wait,
roll.
the straps you sent me are 35 feet long.
Yeah.
You also don't
So-
necessarily have to use the straps from the get-go, though. You can like
Yeah,
roll.
like so that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
50 foot is probably about the longest one piece unit you're gonna come across. So you generally start the roll with your hands before
Yeah.
using the strap for a solid 10, 15 feet anyway. So that'll get you to that 35-foot threshold with the length of the straps.
I would
Yeah.
think that 50-foot has like a bigger slide towards the end of the 50-foot, right?
It's an obstacle course, so it's
Like, does it have like a big slide like 30 feet in or
Yeah.
something?
yeah.
So like if you roll from the entrance, you can roll most of it before hitting like a big bump where you'll need the straps.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Roll from that.
Yeah,
other
that's why I've stayed at the 35-foot length, because you start it and then roll, and so you can roll through the skinny part of the unit where it's easy to roll until you get to the straps. Yeah, just
Okay.
yeah, not saying that it's 0% chance that it makes sense to have longer ones, but like
Yeah.
it's such a possible outlier that it's just something I never looked into or never did, I guess.
Got
You
it.
know, 50-foot that I had one from Ninja Jump. I was nervous about that roll because it supposedly weighs like 750, but it rolls very nicely. Like I feel like I have a harder time with my 18-foot dual lane than I do with this 50-foot 750-pound unit because of like how symmetrical it is and everything. Like I don't know, the roll doesn't get hard pretty much ever. Like you can like stretch the vinyl in ways where like you kind of stretch it along the whole 50-foot, and so that there's no real big bumps. So I don't know what your unit looks like, but if you kind of if you deflate it in a certain way where you're kind of spreading out the vinyl, you end up really with no big bumps.
The pre-fold is very important. Like folding inside of the fold, if you get what I'm trying to say. The stuff you do with the materials of the unit before you generally fold it in half is very important.
Yeah, I definitely picked that up from some of your guys' videos for sure.
I do a lot of the setup while it's deflating, and depending on the unit, I'm more patient. I remember when I first did my 22-foot dual lane tropical, I made the mistake of doing it the way I would do the 18-foot, where I would just unzipper the back, run to the front, and kind of guide it forward. But that 22-foot would just be like, nah, screw you, and would just tower backwards instantly. So then now, like I kind of like gradually let the air go out until like the it's like stable enough to where when I take the zipper out, it's still gonna go forward. And that made the roll like super easy.
Oh, wow.
Also, when you're rolling it, roll it slow, because you're still pushing air out of it.
Yeah.
So if you roll it quick, you're gonna get a lot of air in it and it's
Yeah,
getting
blow
harder.
out. Yeah, for sure. These are all good lessons.
Our 40-foot obstacle course from Ninja Jump rolls like a toddler bounce house. Like that thing is, it gets so flat, the fold does, and it just rolls so easy. Like our smallest guy could roll it with one hand.
Our new guy.
I did a time lapse video of us rolling the 50-foot. I just wanted to see if I could do it solo with the winch. And I was getting so frustrated. Finally, I did it in time lapse, and I was like, I rolled it in 9 seconds, broke world record.
I actually did break the world record. It's on Nick's TikTok. I folded and rolled that 40-foot obstacle course by myself in 3 minutes and 11 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
And that dude called us out too. Like some dude. And when I say that, literally called the jump off. And I don't know why. Like I didn't answer. Usually Cassie answers, and for some reason I answered. And he was like, "Yeah, bro, I just wanted to call you guys out in the competition. Like I got this. What he had, Zay? He had a 30-footer.
Yeah, he had like a 30-footer and he did it in like 9 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. And I was like,
I was
That
like,
should
all
be
right.
like seriously, they should have like an inflatable Olympics, like where owners come out and roll it up and have contests like stuff like that. That'd be awesome.
so
Oh,
legit, like,
we'd crush.
oh, yeah. So it would be so legit because what you'd have to do, I've already thought this through, by the way. I've already thought this all through. So you have to have new units that nobody has. Like, so it can't be like, right, I can't challenge you to roll an 18-foot dual lane solo against me and we use mine, right? Because I have the advantage. I've already thought this all through. I totally want to do it. And then have, the manufacturers bring out the units, and then like they blow them up and it's some new unit that they just unveil. Cool. Now we face off against each other. And then after the show, you can buy it at a discount because now it's been used. Like,
Wow.
would be so legit.
Yeah,
have
for
to,
sure.
like,
If you do
off
this,
and then
if
switch
you do this,
places.
do not invite me because I'm gonna talk so much trash.
If you do
Oh,
some kind of like rolling Olympics, invite me because I would love to challenge someone.
it would be so fun. And we'd have different weight classes. So like the joke that I always make is I'm not saying I can roll as big as everybody else, but pound for pound, I'm the best roller alive. Like because I'm a little
Well-
dude and the size of stuff I can roll.
Yeah,
So-
but they also have to measure the circumference, and you do a wet and a dry version. Like,
Yeah, and we'll have a test. So my test is always if you punch it. So if you punch it and it's really firm, that means it's a tight roll. If you punch it and it's soft, it means it's floppy and sloppy. So there'll be judges, and then there'll be like actual like circumference. It'll be
QC there, quality control people.
fully legit.
Nick, you got that rampage roll by yourself in you or no?
I think I've rolled the rampage before. I think I don't remember, but I think I have. It was not.
That thing's probably tougher than 22-foot dual lane. That thing will get you.
It's the folds. It's the folds. Yeah, we're picking up a brand new one tomorrow, by the way.
Brand new rampage?
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's already rented out 2 times. I'm like, I just can't I can't sacrifice it. So we gotta go. So I think the new one will probably be easier because the one we had was like old as dirt, bro. It was like 2015, I think. So I'm stoked on the new one.
So it didn't blow up in a seam, like it literally just blew up on the side.
Yeah. A seam blew out right by that drain. Like
Oh,
it's a
so the
block and a half,
seam
right?
blew out by the drain.
Yeah, and it started, and then somebody went down it and just freaking totaled it. I sent a video to Corey, and he's like, bro, he's like, for you, probably $500, I'll fix it. I'm like, well, there's another one in another spot that I noticed when we were setting up the slide, so I don't know what we're gonna do with it. I don't want to throw it away. Like, I definitely want to sell it. I don't know who's gonna buy it. Corey's like, don't fucking sell it, because then I'm the one that have to fix it. But we'll figure it out. Yeah, we blew up those white ones today too. Me and Blaine blew up those white ones in the warehouse. Oh god, bro, those are like.
How long did it take Blaine to clean those? 6 hours?
Oh, we blew it up. I was like, nope, take it down. Just take it down and roll it up. Both of them. They're like garbage pile.
Couldn't convince me to deliver a white bounce house.
Yeah, bro, it's bad. So I'm gonna sell those too, and for $200.
Hey, Nick.
Yo, yo.
Sorry, I'm late, but what's the savings announcement? I missed it.
Oh, Big and Bright Inflatables, 5% off all inflatables on their site. And I think Matt's running a spring sale right now too. So 5% everything on his site.
His inflatables are compared to who? What are they like, quality wise?
They're very similar to Bounce Wave.
Okay.
We have one we just barely got. We shot an unboxing video of it last week. God, my weeks are just running together. I think it was last week. I just posted the video today. It's very well made, definitely. But yeah, very similar to Bounce Wave, I would say. Yeah, we got the 16-foot dual lane XL, and the XL stuff has like an extra. It has like a built-in tarp on the sides of the pool. Kind of cool. We'll see how effective it is, but super good idea. We'll see if it works. I don't know.
I've been wanting to ask this question like in a setting with like a bunch of people that know what they're talking about and have experience. So I don't know if I think this just because I don't know if I think this just because it's what I'm used to, but this I really like HEC. Do y'all have HEC or is that just us?
Honestly, if you like it, man.
I love HEC.
Because what I've noticed is that
From them, but they were kind of
No.
on the expensive side. For
what
me.
I've noticed is that a lot of people bandwagon, and that's cool too. But everything's made somewhere else, I guess.
China.
I mean,
It's
you
just,
have
I
China, you
haven't,
have Taiwan, Vietnamese, so it's really made everywhere.
and I don't even know what the weight looks like if you actually compare the facts, but I haven't found an 18-foot slide that will roll as small as just a general 18-foot tiki plunge from HEC or your Purple Hurricane or anything like that. They just roll so easy.
Dual lane or single lane?
Think both of them. I mean, our dual lane rolls great too from HEC.
Yeah, the purple, no, the Blue Hurricane. Yeah, that Blue Hurricane gets as small as both of our Bouncing Angels ones, the Dolphin ones.
Yeah, the dual lane.
Probably small. Right? If you put a good roll on the Blue Hurricane dual lane, it's probably smaller than both of the Bouncing Angels ones, the Dolphin ones we have.
Our Bouncing Angel is pretty heavy.
I haven't. We just got our two, and I haven't rolled them. I don't think either. One of them may have been rented out. I don't remember.
Dolphin Rainbow.
Yeah,
I have an 18-foot dual lane, and I can roll it by myself.
That's Bouncing Angels.
Yeah, that's the video, Nick. The video I showed you of me pulling with the straps. That was with my dual lane, 18-footer.
Wet?
Yeah. Trevor said the one that he because him and Travis blew up one. We got him in a buyout, and then and so they blew them up just to, like, make sure they're all good and like clean them or whatever. And then he said it was difficult to roll. That's all I know.
The 18-foot Dolphin Rainbow. Where's that from?
Mm-hmm.
That's Bouncing Angels. Yeah, I picked that one up, and it wasn't horrible. I mean, it wasn't a walk in the park like a tiki or anything, but it wasn't horrible.
Also, what I like about like Easy and Bouncing Angels is you can customize them to whatever pretty much whatever you want. And I like being different from my competition or neighbors, however you guys want to see it.
Yeah, that the custom stuff is cool. It's nothing I've ever.
I think that's why
no, I had that
Jump
one.
Orange.
What's that?
I think that's why Jump Orange has such an advantage with their sales. Like nobody has their stuff.
It's weird, but yeah, you're right. You're totally right, but it's weird.
Like they got the wow factor I've only been twice in both years. They've got me like, wow.
Yeah, the IAPA. Yeah, the freaking scuba mask one.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
Bro, we walked in. I mean, that was a big slide too. I think it's like a 24 footer or 22 footer. Like it's a pretty big slide.
Yeah.
But dude, my wife was talking about it the whole show. And I joked, I was like, here's the credit card, go buy it, go buy it, go buy it. I couldn't get her to buy it. But she would not stop talking about it.
That's one thing I will hate on about HEC is their combos are great design wise. I think they're very unique. Like I've seen the double lane shark, double lane T-Rex, double lane dolphin. They're all super unique and great, but I feel like the slides kind of lack, design. Like it's all just tropical shit. Like blue hurricane that has tropical trees, tiki that has tropical trees, purple hurricane that has that's your real big HEC slides that you're seeing. I kind of feel like they are lacking like the design department that Jump Orange has in some cases with the water slides. I do think they do good with the combos though.
Yeah, the HEC stuff is almost like they build it to be like easy to roll and light, and then like, oh, by the way, throw some palm trees on it. So it's like a catch-22.
Right.
Yeah, we did. We blew up today. We blew up a 16-foot Jump Orange that we got in the buyout, blah blah blah, whatever, and needed to just inspect it. And I got to roll in the morning, so I'm excited to roll a new unit in the morning, which is weird to say. That is weird to say, but I actually am. I'm like,
Send me pictures of how your final roll is, because I hate rolling those Jump Orange slides.
Yeah,
They're
what I
real-
will say about the Jump Orange, the roll was okay, but the fold is very, very like awkward on that titanium and the Red Fury and everything that's Jump Orange. The fold, it's like you have to fold it so far to make it stick that it's too short of a fold, and the roll is short and fat. Like it's the Jump Orange slides are very aggravating to fold, I will say.
yeah,
I
they're
end
like,
up with, like sandbags if they try to like unfold. I just throw a sandbag
Yes.
on top to hold it in place while I roll.
oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, Mark has a whole bunch of them. He has like, he's like super close with Jump Orange, and so he folds them like whoop in half. He doesn't fold like that. He folds straight in half.
Hmm.
And I was like, interesting. And he sent me a whole ass video of him and one of his employees folding a 19-foot Jump Orange, and it's just straight whoop in half. They like,
That's how a lot of those ones from the buyout were.
yes, which is
I'm gonna try that. I gotta
Yes.
clean my dolphin this weekend.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try that tomorrow with that 16-footer and see how it goes. But you have to tuck the problem. I told Mark, I was like, that's fantastic. Like if I'm there to make sure the details are all right, but if you don't lay that wall down on like, so if you're gonna fold this way, if you don't lay this wall down and almost like tuck it all the way to the seam, then it sticks out and you're gonna catch that on a trailer and freaking rip it. So it's kind
Right.
of, yeah, I don't know. Like Mark's looked expert. His rolls were expert, but like he was there doing it all perfect. So I'm like, we'll see. I'm gonna try it tomorrow on that 16-footer and see how it goes.
Did you guys see that HEC actually started adding some extended lane water slides, kind of like the bounce wave hybrids? And they've actually got a couple of those on sale right now at their intro price, which is pretty good. I think somebody was saying they like HEC. That's mostly what we have, and we like them.
Yeah, those extended lane ones look cool. I looked at them on the website, I think last month. And
I saw some the other day.
I thought
Well, I just pulled it up because we were talking about it, and they've got a dual lane 18-foot tiki plunge with extended lane for $33.95. That's their intro price right now, which that seems pretty good.
yeah,
That.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think how many of those do they have available?
It doesn't say, it just says in stock in Orlando right now.
You said
my
that's
brother, my
you
brother
said it's a
showed me
dual
that
lane
today. I
what?
think he's getting it.
oh, nice. Yeah, because I want to know
You
how
said it's a dual lane what?
It's a dual lane 18-foot tiki plunge for $33.95.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
I picked one up
that's
for 2,700. It was slightly used though, so I mean, I kind of feel like I
That's
thought
a
I
good
got
deal.
a great deal on it, but now that the brand new one's 33, I mean, I guess it's still a decent deal, but not as good as I thought.
Yeah, that's their spring sale or whatever that just came out. That's why I'm buying a new Rampage, Isaiah, because ours busted and I was like, fuck, let me see how much it costs. I went and pulled it up. It's like 30, it's like on sale for 3,100. I'm like, oh yes, we'll do that. I know how much money that'll make in a year.
But I don't know if I ever got to you, back to you about it, Nick. But that Tiki I bought, that dual lane Tiki, like I can't even find where it's patched at.
Oh really?
It blows up on a 1.0, and it's 18-foot dual lane, and it's firm as hell on a 1.0.
Damn.
Love it, bro.
It was like, it literally looks brand new. The steps are like still crisp and everything, like square. Like it literally looks brand new. If it would have came in a bag, I would have thought it was brand new.
Damn.
What water slide is it?
18-foot dual lane Tiki.
On a 1-horse? God.
Firm on a 1-horse.
We run. We probably run our 18-foot dual lane. I think probably on a 1.5.
We do run it on a 1.5, but I got that blower shit from Nick. Like, we have a bunch of big slides that go on a 1 and they're firm. Like, all you're doing running those big slides on a 2 is killing the seams, killing the life
For
of them.
sure.
100%.
For sure. All of my jump orange stuff, I have, I think, like 4 jump oranges came with a 2 horsepower. But yeah, I put a 1.5 and they're firm. There's
Yeah,
no reason for the 2
Our
pound.
19-foot jump boards are all
I have
1.5.
jump oranges 25-foot Oasis, and they say it requires 2 1.5s, which I clearly didn't read when I first got it. I'm wondering if I could just put a 2, and would it
blow our
actually
27-foot up on a 2.
Yeah.
I would try a 1.0, see what happens.
No, I did test it out with
1.5.
5 on accident. Like, I had put it 1.5, and I'm like, oh, this is taking forever to go up. And then I'm like, oh, that's right, this requires 2. So I'm thinking
1.5s, dude, is so much air.
Yeah, it's a lot of power.
so I'm gonna try 2.
Yeah, the way it works, so 1.0, like, so the rating of the motor means nothing. I don't know who invented rating them by the motor, but it's stupid that we do that. So a 1.0 moves, it's called CFM, so cubic feet per minute of air. So a 1.0 moves 1,100-ish. A 1.5 is like not that much bigger, like 1220, something like that. And a 2 is bigger than that, but still it's like 1,400. So the difference between a 1 and a 2 is 1,100 to 1,400. Like, it's not double.
Yeah,
So whenever you start putting 2 blower, even 2 1.0s, 2 1.0s is now you're pushing 2,200. It's not equal to a 1, which is moving like 1,400. The Predator 2.0 is like the top dog, and it pushes like 1,610 or something like that. Like, it crushes everything else, but you're still very far away from 2 1.0s. So like 2 1.5s, I mean, that's brutal. That's like 2,600 CFM ish, probably more.
Test it out. I've also noticed, which I actually saw in the Facebook groups, seems to be the case, that certain blowers use more power than other. So the reason why I say that is normally I can fit 2 1.5s on like one circuit, like at my house. And like I have 2 spots where I could fit 2 different, so like 4 altogether. But for some reason, I just kept tripping them anytime I had 2. And then it dawned on me I was using like the Jump Orange blowers this time instead of the ones I got from like Ten Table. And I think that's what was really like tripping it all. Because that's the only difference between what I was using before and what I was using now, is that I was using different manufactured blowers.
Yeah, they should all pull relatively the same amps, but those Jump Orange blowers, we just got a bunch of those in that same buyout. Those Air Fox, those are weird, dude. I don't know how I feel about those. We haven't used them.
What is it, Nick? The 1.5, the 2, what is it, like 6, 8, 10 amps or 6, 9, 12 amps?
There was like a weird like Loki scandal with that. And so it's way higher for the 1.0s. Like those ones that are late. Yeah, they used to be like, we thought they were 6. They're not. They're like 11.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Because you
What's
can't
the
run.
1.0?
you can't run two 1.0s on one circuit and have it be full power. Like, I'm not saying they're going to trip the breaker, but you know the sound there. It's like,
Yeah, it drops RPM. You can hear it.
you're at the high end of what that circuit can pull, so you don't have full amperage coming from the circuit. And so, but if you do the math, right, it should only be at 12 or like 15 amps. You know what I mean? And the 20 amp breaker is like the 20 amp max, but it's like really 18-ish. But yeah, there's like, so if you go look at new blowers, they're rated properly, and it's like a 1 is 11. Like they're all like 11, and then I think a 2 is like a 15 amp. But that Predator is like 16.5 or something like that for a 2. He's like, yeah, I recommend you don't run it on. The owner told me he recommended don't run it on anything but a 50-foot cord, and its own breaker, no matter what. Like, you gotta unplug the refrigerator.
So if you're on a 50 amp, not a 50 amp, I'm sorry. If you're on a 15 amp breaker off the house, how are you even gonna run that Predator? You better find a 20 amp.
Yeah.
Wait, who has a Predator blower?
I don't. Frank called me. He was super nice. I really enjoyed talking to him, and knows his shit about blowers. It was super nice. But I said, bro, just send me one. I'll make a video. He didn't want to. He said he'll give me 10% off. But I was like, dude, I got like 55 blowers. I don't need another blower. But he wouldn't send me one. So I was like, I'll make a freaking YouTube video. No. I was like, okay. So I don't have one. I really did want to get one. I was really close actually to buying a pallet of them and selling them on the Jump Off store, but it was I decided not to do it yet. I do want to sell blowers, but I haven't done it.
Anybody take advantage of that Jump Orange sale?
Oh, what do they have? I didn't even see it.
For bounce
If
house.
buy two bounce houses, get the mermaid bounce house for free.
Oh yeah.
I only have one bounce house, and it's that pink and purple one I got for free for that Event Hawk Jump Orange sale.
Oh yeah.
I use that as like a raffle prize for like schools or whatever.
Yeah, we have 3 bounce houses. 2 are girl themed. They're magic jump units from 2008, I think. They're magic jump units from 2008. They're in pristine condition, but we don't have a lot of bounce houses. We don't do a lot of bounce houses.
I think I have like 5. I'm selling all my bounce houses.
Yeah, they're just
I'm gonna stick to 3.
Yeah, because we had 1, and then I did a buyout. It was 3 units, but 3 magic jump units. 2 of them were bounce houses. 1 was a dry combo. Got them for a steal. So like, yep, I'll take them. Like, these will be my bounce houses forever. The graphics are hammered. The construction is perfect. They're in incredible condition. Just like blown away how nice they are. But the graphics are just hammered.
Those feel so light though.
What's that?
They feel so light compared to anything else.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I throw it on my shoulder and walk away.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Isaiah.
rode a
that
princess.
one. What did you clean, Isaiah? The princess one or the
Yeah, that thing was the size of my right leg.
It was so small, dude. I came out in the warehouse for something. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
It was like literally the size of stacking 2 blowers on top of each other.
Yo, you know what I didn't realize was huge? That disco dome.
The square one. It's like the lights inside.
No, it's not. It's not square. It's kind of like multicolored. It's black at the bottom. Yeah, there's lights in it, but there's like black also. I think I want to say Bouncing Angel makes it, but that thing is so big. And I was like so tempted to buy it at one point. My brother was like, "No, don't get it, bro. You're not gonna like it." I don't know who had it blown up next to a car, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" Thing is huge.
That's funny. Yeah, I get tagged in that video of like the square one, and it has no floor, and then like you go inside, and it's like a dance.
Oh yeah.
I get tagged in that
Yeah.
video, like once every 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying it's not like I don't have any partying adult clients. Like I only have clients that are parents that are buying shit for their children. I don't want to buy another, like, I feel like I have to start a whole new business if I buy that. Like, that's been the foam thing. Like, we got the Foam Daddy cannon and it's fucking badass and I'm very excited about it. But then I sit down at my desk to like start working on it. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm like making a whole new company. Cause like you have to like brand it, you know what I mean? You have to make it look like its own thing. Cause like you can't just like stick it in your bounce house business and like expect it to make money. You got to make a whole thing out of it. I'm just like, oh my God. Starting a
Have you
whole
come up with a different name for your phone business?
no, that's too much work. It'll
The
be
foam
Not yet.
off.
the jump off phone party. The jump off phone party. That'll be good. That'll be the regular logo, this regular ass logo, and they'll be like
With
fuck
bubbles
yeah.
all over it.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna make it easy. Back when I started the junk hauling, it was called the haul off. And it was the exact same logo with like solid letters and was blue. Like I did all that hard work. We're just gonna write. But start an online store. What did I call it? The jump off store. Make it easy.
So I'm sorry, who has the heck water slides again? Like the dual lane Tiki?
HEC.
No, like who from here has them?
Oh, Isaiah has one.
I'm actually really liking those prices, but I spent too much.
Yeah, Isaiah did leave. So we have
The water slide.
yeah, so we have a whole bunch of HEC units because there's a warehouse in New Orleans. And so we just drive over there and pay cash. And so we have 18-foot Tiki plunge single lane. We have 18-foot dual lane blue Hurricane, 18-foot single lane purple Hurricane, 22-foot dual lane purple Hurricane, and then a whole bunch of combos too. And then Rampage, 21-foot Rampage. And it's just like, bro, they're just easy to move, easy to roll, easy to fold. Like they're nice. Like
So
the
we
bar
have
is thick,
we
but
have all of those same ones as 18 footers. And I've been trying to stay away from anything taller than an 18 footer. Except we have the 19-foot wipeout from HEC, and that thing's pretty heavy. But how do your 22 footers compare to the 18? Because I've just steered away just to not have that extra weight.
yeah, we used to have a wipeout back in the day. There's actually a very old YouTube video on my channel where I go.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one where you set it up in the front yard.
Yeah, and I got the dolly. I'm like, it doesn't even move.
Yeah.
Nothing else is, and that was a super old wipeout that I bought used from Spacewalk, but they're probably lighter now. I don't know, but nothing I've ever touched is as brutal and heavy as that wipeout, man. The 22-foot dual lane, it's like, right. The reason like that I went dual lanes and then started going bigger is because I'm like, dude, we have two guys at every pickup anyway. So I'm not saying that an 18-foot single lane and a 22-foot dual lane are the same by any factor, you know what I mean? But like, we have two guys there. We have rolling straps attached to all the fucking dollies. So like the 22-foot is not harder than the 18-foot by that much, but it makes that much more money. So, and it was like a kind of a hope that the 22-foot would do well when I bought it. And then it did. And it's just kind of like, it's not that big of a deal. It is longer to set up. So like in inflatable office, I have coded for all the 18-foot slides. It takes 30 minutes to drop it off and 45 minutes to pick it up. And the guys are always early. I should change it to 30 minutes to pick it up. I just keep it at 45 in case it's flooded or the yard's jacked up and muddy, whatever. That 22-foot though, it's a 45-minute setup and a 45-minute takedown. And it's almost always it's close. Like the guys don't run super early on either of those, like because it's just more work. But no, yeah. We have a 27-foot dual lane from them. It's got 3 rentals on the books right now. It's only been out one time though. We just got it, and Isaiah and Roman picked it up, and he was like, "Bro, that thing rolls easier than a freaking 18-footer." I'm like, what?
Yeah, we might go ahead and venture off to some 20 or 22 footers this year because we just got a motorized dolly too. So that was the other thing.
Yeah,
running up a ramp was tough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the motorized dolly changes everything, right? Once you have that, that's the thing about it. Like the only thing that's work is rolling it. And I guess in standing, but again, you already got two guys there anyway. And then it's just freaking one finger and it goes across the yard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anybody else got anything else they want to talk about? I've got this weird like cough. I've got like allergies. I don't think like I got like a smoker's cough or something. So if nobody else has anything to talk about, we can end the show. But if you guys do want to keep talking, I'm totally game to just cough in your face and talk to you guys. Oh, somebody asked about an air deflator. Gina asked about an air deflator. Gina's still there.
Garbage.
Yeah, garbage. Don't. The only thing that is potentially effective is the stupid goofy bucket sucker that I made on TikTok. It was somebody else's idea and design. I wish I remembered who it was so I could credit them, but I didn't invent the thing by any stretch. That does work pretty well. I like it. Like when I go pick up water slides on a water slide route, I take it with me because I like it. None of my employees use it. 0 times the employees use it ever. That thing is effective-ish. Everything else is just hot garbage. All right, sounds good. Well, we'll end this puppy. I think it's the first time we've ended with this many people online. There's 24 people on the Zoom. That's badass. Makes me
No questions.
Huh?
26 people. Nobody has questions.
Yeah, nobody's got questions, dude.
Anybody ever use a blower to pull out water?
Oh, I did it once. I almost got canceled. Don't do it.
Wait, what did you talk? What are they talking about?
You probably saw my video.
Yeah, that was just a joke to keep this going.
Okay.
Oh man,
Got it.
Nick, you really used a blower to get water out?
No. So I made the bucket sucker, and the guys were going to pick up, I think a 19-foot jump orange unit. And I don't remember why, but I was like, here, take the tripod and make a video like live in the field of using the bucket sucker or something. I don't fucking remember. And so then they get there and the slide happened to be flooded. I don't remember if it rained or if the people left the hose on, but so they're using the bucket sucker and it's pulling water out of the slide like a straw, like extraordinarily effective at pulling water out of the slide. And they're just filming, like, and I'm not there, like, I don't fucking know what's going on. And so then Isaiah starts sending me the messages, the videos. He's like, look at this shit. And like, I'm in the middle of like 9 things and I'm watching. I'm like, wow, that's fucking impressive. Like, that's crazy. We definitely shouldn't be doing this. So then I go in my hastiness, I go post it to probably Party Rental Knowledge. And I'm like, check it out, guys. Like, we got a new way to fix the flooded slides or whatever. And it's them fucking blasting water out the thing. And I didn't make it sound sarcastic enough. And so everybody thought I was posting it for real. And so then I post it and go back to all the 9 things I was doing. I go back and look at my phone like 20 minutes later, and it's just like exploding, dude, of angry DMs. I'm risking people's lives. I'm like, oh shit. So I could fucking canceled the video. Like I took the video down. It was a whole fucking thing. It was a whole thing. It was a whole fucking
Hold on. So were these guys laying the blower in the water?
No, so you put it's like a deflator. So the bucket sucker is a deflator. It's just a 5-gallon bucket with a big PVC tube that goes into the vent. And so they're using it to deflate the slide. And then since there was water in the slide, it's sucking it through the deflator and then blasting it out the blower. Like, bro, I'm talking like, they said it was like hitting the house next door. Like it was going like 20 feet. It was insane. But
Oh
like,
my God.
like I posted the video, like I found a new way to fix the flooded slides or something like that.
Dumb ways to die.
Yeah, and then I almost got canceled. It was a whole fucking thing. And I had to like call Isaiah, right? Because he was all fucking excited about it. I'm like, bro, like we can't do this. Like, I'm not saying it was a bad video, but like, right, electronics, it was a whole fucking thing. It was hilarious. I was getting shit for it at IAPA. People are like, yeah, you still doing fucking sucking the.
You just turned it into TikTok meme that that Freddie just did. The dumb ways to die.
Yep.
That was-
Yeah, it was funny, dude.
If anybody wants to buy a slide in Florida, I got one for sale.
Oh my
Do you have
God.
a slip and slide for sale? I need another slip and slide.
Nah, I only got one slip and slide.
Run well. I have two, mainly as attachments to a bigger slide.
Yeah, that's the only reason I have one. I have rented a jump orange one that it was an older jump orange style that rented out pretty good. It had a pool at the end. Oh, actually, wait, I got two of them. I forgot. We have one that we don't ever use.
Yeah, we have one. We have one. I got in that buyout that's just like a standalone. It actually has 2 rentals on the books. I'm rather surprised. Rather surprised. It goes out this Friday and then like whatever, sometime in May.
Yeah, I'm always surprised that to see everyone say their slip and slides don't do well because we only have one, but it goes out every weekend and it's booked for all the schools because one of the counties near us, they don't allow any slides over 10 feet tall. And so all of the combos and slip and slides are perfect for them. So I accidentally double booked 2 schools for my one slip and slide on the same day. So I might be buying another one.
Yeah, they're not. They kind of actually are expensive.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, I used to have 3 back in the day because I was buying them used from Spacewalk in 2020. Like you couldn't. There's nothing to buy in 2020. And so like I would just text Corey like, "What do you got? What do you got?" He's like, "I got another slip and slide." I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll take it." So I had 3. But I was buying them suckers for like, bro, he was selling them to me like for like $600. Like, yep, take it, let's go. But then they all wore out, and I sold them all. But now I have another one. All right, sounds good, folks. We're gonna end her there. I'm gonna go take some fucking allergy medicine or something. Get rid of this stupid cough. Just glad I got it at the end of the show. So thanks everybody. Thanks for stopping by. You guys are freaking awesome.
Thanks.
Later.
Nick.
Laters.